At least that's what I tell people.
Denial's not just a river angel.
He sounded so upset.
Denial's not
he
just a
doesn't want
sexy little baby. I'm here for my dumplings.
Oh. Alright, we're going to shut this.
I'm here
Restart. I'm going to go to Twitch. I'm going to turn that off. Why does it still say Shimigami Tension? There's no Shimigami Tension.
We're going to VR chat. We're gonna watch things burn.
I don't like VR chat. It's stupid. VR chat. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is how we talk. Get ready for fucking.
Where's your god now?
Get ready for fucking 3 hours of this shit. Oh, whoa. Alright, turn that down. I'm gonna have to severely turn down the audio because it gets really loud. Change the channel. Lock the Casper. Lock the Casper.
Isn't it Rock the Casper?
Probably.
I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan!
I'm
Okay.
excited that that on Thursday I'll be able to go out and see Pacific Rim.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good game. I mean, that's a good movie. Excuse me.
I was gonna say, I know there's a game that came out. I was like, I don't recall hearing that great of things about it.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Senor Whiteface. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the audio is turned way down low, and that's the way. I like it. Controller went out. Controller's back. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Oh. Thank you, Travis, for once again hosting my stream. What a nice man. You did that last time, and I was just as grateful. Let's turn progressive scan mode on. What is that? If your television does not support progressive scan, your screen will go dark. Wait a few seconds, and the menu will return. And keep this setting. Fucking sure. Hints and tutorials. Hints only. What I was mostly looking for is subtitles, but it looks like that is not the case. You know, I'm going to keep inverted on because that's actually what I'm used to. I don't know what widescreen mode does, but it seems like my TV won't support it. So, I'm going to ignore that, and we're going to do, for giggles, should I do hard mode, or do you think, like, have you ever played hard mode for God of War?
I have not.
Huh.
I mean, I think if we're just streaming, you could just do like normal mode.
Okay.
That way
Then we don't get trapped.
We're not watching. Yeah, that we're not just watching you repeatedly get bumble fucked.
Do hard mode, pussy. You know what, Dustin? Too late. All right. Maybe if you showed up a half a second later, you know what? I blame that on you. If this stream sucks, I blame it on you, Dustin.
Shunned by his fellow gods.
Hey, can I have a sip of your water? No, it's not water. Vodka. I like yourself. It's vinegar. What? It's vinegar, pussy.
What? Is this in a hot reference?
Have you ever seen? It's a stupid like vine. I was just randomly thinking of, and I felt like blurring it. I'm running on like no sleep right now, so just get used to me saying stupid shit. So it's just like it's the guy who did the fucking like, she's not your mom, and I'm not your dad. Like you've seen that video, right?
I fucking love that guy. Yeah.
It's that guy. Like it's just him as both people. It's like he's holding a water bottle. He's like, hey, can I get a sip of your water? Nah, it's not water. Vodka. I like yourself. It's vinegar. What? It's vinegar, pussy.
That sounds exactly like something he would do. It's vinegar, you fucking pussy. Okay, guys, so to keep...
the only reason I was thinking of it was because of the do hard mode, pussy.
No, but guys, to keep you up to speed on the hot plot that's going on in God of War, basically Kratos becomes the God of War, but he's a little pussy bitch and is, you know, still around and not dead. And so because he's not dead, he decides to be an asshole to all the gods, even though gods are like, can you please stop killing everyone on the planet? And he's like, get fucked. wimps, fucking scrubs, fucking 1%. And so he goes out and kills people as a big tall man.
Weirdly, the way you explained that reminds me of which Egyptian god was it? Reminds me of like Sekhmet. Basically, was made to get retribution on the mortals, and then it was like you're getting a little too murder happy. And Ra was like, "Hey, Sekhmet, listen, I made you and everything. Can you calm the fuck down?" And the way it was, there's a video that like talks about it, and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know my father was a giant fucking baby."
That really is how God of War is. It's so fucking ridiculous how this game, like, still tries to pretend like Kratos is somehow a good guy. Like, fucking everyone is an asshole in this. It's ridiculous. But it's really fun, so that's okay.
It's okay. Main character is asshole. All people in the world are asshole. Everyone loses. All miserable all the time.
If everyone's an asshole, then I can be an asshole. Right.
Sound is GOP.
Right, here we go. There's a little bit of lag in this first screen for some reason, but then afterwards, I did play test this before streaming.
What's everyone think of the Donald?
Donald?
The Donald. Whenever I made the GOP joke, you said, "Oh God!" So I was like, now I just got to be political just to piss you off.
What does everybody think about? No.
What's everyone think about that Hitler Trump?
Brian, I was watching this show on TV about a guy named Hitler. Someone needs to stop him.
What the fuck are you?
That was Family Guy.
Who said it?
That was the blonde girl that Brian was dating for like ever.
Oh, right.
Whatever the fuck her name is.
I weirdly thought it was Stewie. I was like, no, there's no way Stewie doesn't know who the fuck Hitler is. What the fuck am I thinking?
Stewie is way too intelligent, okay? In the second saga of the Family Guy,
in the third arc before he goes to the World Tournament to fight Majin Buu,
he gets a brain blast and he gets super intelligence. And people think that like they reset the canon for some stupid fucking reason, but obviously they wouldn't have done that because it carries on to the next arc. If you just fucking read it, you would have understood, but you didn't. Fucking Jeffrey, piece of shit. Anyways.
Apparently
playing God of War.
Apparently I blew the sound out on who was it that said that? A Retro Arcade Monkey. It says, "Thanks, co-host, for blowing my sound out. Now I have an erection."
Now I haven't. What the fuck said? Oh, I'm
Retro
reading both
Arcade
chats, so I'm getting lost. Oh yeah. Well, Matt has. It's funny about Matt though. He has a permanent erection, so really, that's not anything to be too proud about just yet.
I just stumbled onto the stream and the co-host said, "Fucking a baby." I don't want to hear this in my Christian stream.
Excuse me.
Retro Arcade Monkey again.
Who stumbled? Matt, you didn't stumble upon shit. You were like, "Oh my god, oh my, oh it's Hayden again." Oh my god.
Remember when Kratos could jump 40 feet in the air, could literally kill the concept of death? They decided to raise a new son and help him up the ledge, and his son could find a crate to help Kratos to help him up the ledge. Then they slowly walk through a snowy forest, and his son kills a deer, and Kratos is a sad dad. No, I don't remember that, because I haven't fucking played that yet.
I can't wait for it. I'm going to play the shit out of it.
I recommended doing it on stream, except Hayden says his PS4 is... it says his PS4 is trash, and he hates all of you. He made some anti-Semitic remarks, and I wasn't expecting that.
Skylar,
listen. I expect anti-Semitism from like the Merchant of Venice, but not from you, man. Not from you.
Listen, Skylar, let's not lie to our crowd, all right? What
I don't know if that reference flew over your head or not.
And I don't know if that reference with these filthy peasants. I actually didn't get the reference. What was it?
It's there. I might have been getting the name wrong. There's a Shakespeare play, which it hasn't aged great because the villain is very Jewish and the hero is very anti-Semitic. So it's like, are we rooting for the right guy? Like, he's just an anti-Semitic asshole, and the one guy just wants to get revenge on him because he's like, "Oh, I'll take money from this filthy Jewish moneylender." He's like, "Okay, if you don't pay it back, I'm cutting off a pound of flesh." And at the end, like after he's like, "No, fuck you, I'm getting my revenge on you for being an asshole." They negotiate in such a way that the courts say like, oh, we're gonna take all of your money and give it to him, and any money you get in the future is gonna go to him, and you're basically gonna go kill yourself.
Nice.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, Europe not particularly kind to the Jews.
What a good man. What a person. He's definitely a person. You know.
There's a movie where who was it? Jeremy Irons plays the anti-Semitic guy, and I think it's like Al Pacino plays the Jewish guy. It's weird because I don't think Al Pacino is at all Jewish. But like he looks like the stereotypical like Fiddler on the Roof level of Jew.
Oh, does he?
Like I go and I get up. Yeah. It's not LMAO. Did you say you're looking forward to it? I think you did.
Yeah, boy. Oh, hey there, Amber Gray. What's good? Oh, fuck! I didn't send you the message saying hi. Yeah, I'm starting. Sorry.
Remember that scene from the God of War movie where he finds a fucking grenade on the ground and he yells, I found an incendiary grenade?
Yeah.
It was right before the gay love scene.
Do you remember when Kratos had that sex scene
when you
with,
get
like, that dude
when you get to the bathhouse, are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna have sex with ladies. No, I'm gonna get banned.
No, you're not. It cuts away.
No, there's like full titties. You see full titties, and they hold on it for like half of a minute.
I mean, titties are works of art. They don't censor works of art.
You know what's funny, actually? Twitch is really good about not
Finding
censoring titties, actually. Have you heard about that? There's a lot of cam girls all over Twitch now.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing. And you know Critical, of course, right?
Nickballs! How dare you!
Yeah.
Not in my stream, fucker!
This is a Christian website! No, but, did you kind of hear...
Why are we the way we are?
I don't know.
Existential crisis mode.
It's funny, I guess. Holy shit, wow, that was...
Next you're gonna invite Jews!
Blah, blah, blah. Alright, is there any way for me to just calm down my computer?
Yeah.
It feels like...
I thought you were gonna ask if there was any way to get me to calm down. The answer is no, not really.
Is there any way to make you shut the fuck up for once? My god. Is this because I was on progressive mode? Is this because I'm trying to be progressive? Turn to pause menu. Maybe
I haven't asked for this.
Kind of did. I don't know if that's visible on the thing now. Whatever, I'm not gonna obsess about it. But yeah, no, Critical like had a whole video about how he doesn't stream on Twitch because dudes get banned for like the dumbest shit. Like they said a curse word maybe once. But then you have all these cam girls on Twitch that like literally never get banned ever. Even when people report them for breaking community guidelines, they're just completely ignored. And it's
sounds about right.
It's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed.
Shit.
Now I know how my parents felt.
My brother-in-law is trying to contact me about something I asked him about earlier. Shit.
Oh, you fucking scumbag.
I should talk to my family more.
I should let my family out of the dark room. I lock them in when I don't need sustenance.
I had a really sad
I let them out, and my mom just walks out emaciated and is like, "Do you want some food, honey?" And I'm like, "Shut up, mom."
No, actually, the real reality...
Get back in your dog crate.
No, the real reality is that I'm in here all the time doing some level of like work or just fucking around, and then somebody will knock on my door and be like, "Hayden, food," or "Hayden, do this," or "Hayden, do that," and then I begrudgingly get up, and I'm like, "God, what a hassle."
God, why haven't I just killed you yet?
Having like, you know,
having to do minimal work, you poor fucking child.
Yeah. It's funny, I guess.
I say that even though you've seen my attitude towards work when you were here. It's like, "Hey, Skylar, can you help make food?" And I'm like, I would rather starve to death.
By the way, Amber Gray, it's funny, I guess, repeated throughout all of comedian history. I'm pretty sure I'm funny, maybe, sort of. I don't know. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Guys, are you ready for quick time events? Are you ready for quick time events?
Ready doesn't even fucking describe it!
Are you ready for square? Are you ready for square again? Because if you fuck this up once, you have to start all over. What a hassle. What a pain.
I hope I didn't blow anybody's speakers out.
That
or
wasn't
maybe I
too
did.
loud
I don't
for
care.
me.
It's weird because I was yelling pretty loud with the microphone, like basically getting deep throated. So I can't imagine it was particularly pleasant for the stream. But I mean,
Ooh.
I don't care.
Okay. Right, how do
So, like, look, I love all of you, but like, in the sense that you love a goldfish, it's like, yeah, it's nice to have you around. But if you died, I probably wouldn't notice.
I probably wouldn't notice.
I probably wouldn't notice for a few days.
Hey, you know what? That being said, I will always remember Goldie, my very first encounter with a goldfish, and I will never forget them. So, guys, oh god!
Arms of an angel.
No, nobody say anything. But behind these blinders is some naked ladies. We're not going to show them though.
It's a good thing I had to take my headphones off for a moment. Oh, you lucky bastard! Don't
Oh,
worry,
good.
the ear rape will come. There is no escape.
There is no escape. But we're not going to show the naked
It's much
ladies.
like alcoholic father. There is no escape from the pain.
We're going to move on instead. Where's that one chest, though? I know that there's a chest in here.
I know there's a chest somewhere in here. I think it's in here, right?
You're nervous, like, let's change the subject. I'm pretty sure it's over there.
I actually didn't know if this is the right room or not.
I think I got it wrong, actually. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. I love you. Respect you. Yeah, Emmergray, you come to another stream and all we talk about is sex again. This is all my streams are, I guess.
I heard the scream in the other room through my headphone.
Just you calm down. It's not even funny.
Me laughing or the X button talking about my scream. I'm just laughing at the fact that I apparently was so loud they could hear me in the other fucking room.
I heard the scream in the other room through my headphones. Very good.
That's what I imagine my neighbors feel like when they hear my torture chamber.
Yay.
It's okay. It's only Jews.
I think it's running like garbage because I'm also streaming right now. Because really, it was running just fine when I was testing it. And sometimes it runs fine. Like right now, not that much issue. There's some graphical issues that you can clearly see, but nothing I can't just...
What do you mean? Oh, now I'm seeing them.
Yeah. There's like this little weird thing. I fucked around with the graphics like a little bit. The thing is, I try not to fiddle from what I already have it preset to. Because it's settings that seem to work with almost every single game pretty flawlessly.
You fiddle it? You were fiddling with them?
Yeah.
If you go on top of your house, would you be the fiddler on the roof?
I can't bring my computer on top of the roof, Skylar. I talked about...
There are laptops. I know for a fact you have a laptop.
Okay, but I like how my laptop's become like a character in my show now. I've used that laptop twice to do a joke. And pretty much every time it's about
I'm waiting for the day. I'm waiting for
shit.
the day that when you eventually do a video, when your laptop has eventually crashed, you do to it what you did to that snowman in the top.
Fucking
ice
stab
holes.
it to death with a sword.
Yes, exactly, exactly that. You
Oh,
just
here's
destroy.
that-
You just destroy it so nobody can find all your Luigi porn. I know.
PG porn.
Yes.
Oh, dude, did you hear about? So there was a post.
Good job changing the subject,
No, there was no. It's
Mr.
related.
Diddler.
It was related. You know Nolan, of course, right?
Yes.
America's sweetheart.
I know Nolan. I say as I have Vietnam flashbacks.
Nolan's a sweetie, but
Yeah, Nolan's nice.
but sometimes the things he posts
Not like
are,
that stew. Go ahead. Sorry.
but some things that he posts are often questionable, and I'm like, okay, cool, this is just what you do, you know. One time he posted a thing all about how Luigi, he didn't write it, but he reblogged it, about how Luigi, just saying that, how Luigi and I guess Mario, now their models are rendered to have obvious balls and like a penis. I guess somebody noticed that in like the Nintendo Direct as they were showcasing Luigi in like shorts. As he was winding up a shot, you can clearly see his junk poking through his shorts. And then they went into extensive detail showing different renders and different angles throughout the Nintendo Direct of, oh look, and Mario also has junk too. In other games, you see that they have this cartoony roundness around them, which obviously is supposed to show that they don't have junk at all. Boy, Nintendo sure is being progressive now, aren't they? You know what? That was exactly what I was thinking too, and I'm really happy that they're doing this.
It's weird. Sometimes some of the stuff you say, all I can imagine is the laugh of the Violator from the fucking Spawn cartoon.
Excuse me? I don't even know what the Spawn cartoon is.
Did you not know that there was a cartoon for the Spawn animated series?
I probably heard of it, but didn't do like much with it. By the way,
it's weird. Like it's a laugh that has like stuck with me really hard for the longest time, and I don't know why.
I guess funny laughs are funny, man.
Well, it's very like shrill.
Oh, is it? Can you like imitate it at all, or is it too like?
Oh yeah. No, hang on. I'll send it your way. Give me like 2 seconds.
Please.
I actually really liked the series, but here's the time code for when it happens.
Hold on, I think I got a QuickTime event coming up.
All right.
Yep, there it is.
Ah, fuck! Ignore that link. That link is wrong.
Porno, quickly show it.
It's wrong, but I mean it's right, but like it cuts really early.
All right. Man, these QuickTime events are really hard. You know what QuickTime events are actually hard are the ones in Shenmue. Because sometimes you don't see them coming, and they'll be up for like a second. And so you're really not prepared. Because it's not like every single cutscene is like, oh, don't worry, there's going to be a QuickTime event coming up soon. Damn it. I was really hoping I could like... Oh, that didn't do much damage at all. Bop, ba-da, ba-da, bop. Bop, ba-da, ba-da. Yeah. Dodge rolled out of that one. I got those Dark Souls strats. Please subscribe to my Patreon.
Here's a better link. Hang on.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm the God of War. I'm cool. I know a thing or two. Please just die. In the words of Jeb Bush, please die.
I was honestly, had you not made that joke, I was gonna make a much darker joke. I was gonna say, in my last words to my father as I hugged him
please
before
die.
I left, please just die.
No.
I've been making a lot of dark jokes like that, and Brittany's like, Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, how are you gonna get the the emotions out? I guess is my answer.
I make just dark humor when I don't know how else to cope.
I think you're doing a good job with it.
Much like Logan Paul, I make dark humor when I don't know how to cope.
No.
We're going there.
Let's not go there.
It's America's sweetheart, Logan Paul.
What happened to him? Is he dead yet? Did he like do like some insane stunt? Like, guys, we're gonna.
In the words of Aiden in his stream, please just die.
No. Amber Gray says men's groin area is generally underrepresented, and you know what? That's very true. I've yet to see a lot of floppy wiener inside of video games. We all thought it was super impressive in Game of Thrones, but now we're not.
I was making a Game of Thrones joke. God damn it!
Hey, you know what? Get fucked because I said it first.
You whore! You whore of Babylon!
Yeah, boy. All right. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane.
But yeah, I sent you the correct link. It's like 20 seconds on Discord.
Okay. Want to pause that.
I think Skylar's going to take this father to a particular field. Joke's on you, I can't. He's already dead. He got the big... I'm sorry, your dad got the big K Toki.
Big gay donkey.
No, the big K Toki.
Oh.
It's from Metalocalypse. I can't remember if it was even his dad. I think it was like his mom or something got cancer. Squizzer was like, I'm sorry, your mom got the big K Toki.
How do I like know this reference you're doing? Big gay donkey.
Because it's from Metalocalypse.
All right, hold on.
Twist it up like that. It's no good for your back.
Listen to it.
I don't know why I always think that laugh, just because it stuck with me for the longest time since I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this goddamn clown. I very much like this. I very much like the Spawn animated series. I don't know if I'm in the minority, but nobody fucking talks about it except in the aspect of, hey, the guy who played Goliath and Gargoyles played it in this. Which I like how he's been just reduced to the guy from Gargoyles.
Gerard Grax joined the Smash Party. Go on.
Who's getting smashed?
Smash.
Who's
Becky? Let me
smash.
Ravioli. No.
Ravioli, give me the smashy only.
Give me the smashy only. Fine. I do not need you. I have a big, beautiful woman that will love me and appreciate me.
Brought you blue. She doesn't want blue. Blue and yellow? No.
Blue and yellow? No. What does that even mean?
Stick, got stick, Becky, let me smash.
Alright. Becky, let me smash. Is this like a series that I'm missing?
Haven't I shown you that before with the birds?
You showed me the first one with Breath of the Wild, but that was it.
Wait, Breath of the Wild? Did I show that?
No, you know what? Maybe Brittany showed me that. Sometimes, dropping hot memes, I get confused.
Yeah, it's just like they've added like voices to some birds, and like he's just picking up like some blue piece of plastic. He's like, "I brought you blue." She doesn't want blue. Picks up it again like a yellow ribbon, like blue and yellow. No, just puts it back down.
Oh my god, I've never seen this. No, I've
also Skylard. All right, you stop that right the fuck now. The Spawn show was great, very dark. Yeah, it was. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't get any more season because the last season had a lot of like unfinished plot threads. What would you prefer, Skylar? Have normal gay sex with Hayden and be open about it, or force Hayden to wear a wig and claim that you're still straight? Well, here's the joke. Here's the sad part, motherfucker. I'm not straight as it is. Yeah, no, I very frequently, piss off my wife by just, we're watching, say, Doctor Strange, and I'm like, I'd fuck the shit out of Benedict Cumberbatch. She's like, I know, Skylar! Is there any man you wouldn't fuck? And usually my answer is actually Hayden.
Which,
it's like, we've rubbed dicks together once. I think that was all I needed.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
It brought us closer as friends.
Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. I really appreciate you all.
Welcome to the stream where Skylar reveals Hayden's infinite shame.
How do I get up there? Hold on, how do I get up there?
Welcome to the Drag stream where Hayden can't figure out how to get it up.
How do I get up there? This is ridiculous.
You ripped the in.
I'm gonna figure this out. Is this a puzzle or is this one of those things like, oh, come back in New Game Plus and it'll work?
I hope if they make a God of War 4 with Egypt gods. I don't know how to break this to you. They're already making a God of War 4. It's just called God of War.
Yeah. God of War, more like God of 4. Am I right?
Yeah. Are you ready for another stream full of crappy sex stuff? Did someone say creepy sex stuff? My calling has been fulfilled.
Was that you popping like your knuckles or
My knuckles and my neck.
ow? Yeah.
I like
Very
popping my neck. And I wonder if I can actually make the neck pop audible. Hang on. I don't know if that was audible or not.
It was audible, although it sounded like something else popping, like a leg. I guess that's what a neck sounds like. Yo, when I pop my neck, it sounds fucking loud. And I know that because people always point out, like, Jesus Christ, whenever I pop my neck.
It's called God of War, the bearding, Skylar. All right, listen. Until Kratos gets a beard as magnificent as mine, then he can come at me. But until then, shut the fuck up!
Okay, all right.
I'm very proud of my beard.
I
I actually had
know.
somebody at work today be like, so when are you going to shave? And I'm like, the moment you get off my fucking case.
Jesus Christ. You just, like, grab your beard and you're like, oh my gosh, she is in the room right now.
I actually got my review recently, and they were like, yeah, you need to improve your disrespect towards your managers. I'm like, I don't think I need to improve that. If he's going to talk shit, I'll talk shit right back. I don't fucking care.
Boy, it sure is great having superiors around you.
It must be so great, I mean, unemployed like you.
Hello. 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 Skylar, you can't see what I'm looking
What?
at right now, but
What, is it just the eye?
it's just a giant eye.
I see, yes.
Hello.
Drax and Skylar versus Kratos and Hercules. Wait, are we fighting Hercules or Heracles? There's a difference.
I'm going to
A
go
very
back
distinct
down.
difference.
Can I really go back down?
Make me, Skylar. Make me silent. I dare you.
Okay, I'm going back down, guys. Bye.
I will make you be quiet. I'll put you on top of the specific mound of dirt and grass over in that field where you are made to be quiet. It's the Silent Hill.
Do you remember
I'll
when
leave
I was
now.
doing the Silent Hill review and I had Mr. Hill? I made a joke that Mr. Ravington was not being very he was being inappropriate in the library. Why can't he be more quiet like Mr. Hill, who's always silent?
I don't feel as bad anymore. Remember when you were making a Silent Hill 1 review? Remember that?
I do.
remember-
It wasn't that funny though. Oh hi, he's still here. Guys, it's my best friend Mr. I. Everyone, please leave a like in the comments section, and
Just whip it out and beat it in front of him. Make him look away.
guys, this episode is sponsored in part by Giant Blue Eye. He's a big supporter of the show.
That web stream was like the best part of 3 different thought cans put together.
Yeah, no, that web stream was great. Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Oh no, he's mad at me now. I'm sorry.
I wish you said that about my streams.
You don't stream. Oh wait, you mean the ones where you're in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what you're talking about. I don't fucking know. I don't watch web.
No, actually, it was a stream with web in it. So yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was like just a straight up stream that web was doing.
Web does stream though occasionally.
All because we talk about daddies. I'm sure you all do.
All because we talk. Oh yeah, we talked about Dream Daddy for a long ass time because web does not like it very much.
I know. We have this conversation almost every time I stream. You're like, yeah, is it? Do you know? Is it you who doesn't like Dream Daddy? I'm like, no. Oh yeah, it's Web. Web really doesn't like Dream Daddies. You don't fucking say.
It's very personal reasons about how like it advertised itself to a gay community, but it was not really at all. It's long and confusing, and it sounds weird coming from me when
Like
it
my
probably
dick.
should be coming from Web, who cares about it more. But basically, it like advertised itself as like oh, it's a perfect dating sim for even gay people, but. Going into it, there's a lot of stuff that just feels very hetero about the writing and about the characters and about the choices that you can make between the people that you want to date.
Okay, hang on. Elaborate on feels very hetero. I have to ask about this.
Just talk to Web. I don't know, and I don't care.
I'm just very confused. As a guy who is not straight himself, I'm very intrigued now. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Oh no, call
Very-
Web to talk to him. Or
The only
somebody
I
in the
can think of it
chat
being
if you
written
want to
very,
be
with
the
being
ambassador
written
for
very
this.
hetero is like these wrote gay people. That's all I can think of.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I don't know
you
if
know
that
what I'm
was
talking
his
about,
words
right? Like
exactly.
when back when if it was a gay character in the 90s, like they were very much like, hey, and like no other options.
I don't know. Talk to Webb yourself if you want like a full critique. Whenever I
Go
like
check
take
the archive,
someone's words,
Skylar. Go check the archive, Skylar. You know what? No, because you spelled my name wrong. So I fucking refuse.
also it's not on the archives just yet because the archives are being dickish with me right now. The thing was, the episode was broken up into a couple of parts on the Twitch version, and so, but I got the YouTube copy, which is one full video, so I'm going to upload the whole like almost 5-hour stream to the archive soon.
I do
I
like
tried to
that
do
this
it once and something crashed. So,
By the way, I know for a fact that I'm about to fucking jinx it, but I'm very glad that this stream is working a lot better than the last one.
yep, where it crashed
And
like an
then
hour
maybe-
in.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't gotten an hour in yet, so
You know, there's still time.
hold on to your butts, kids.
Hold on to your butts. I was actually watching that the other night.
How are you? It's a good movie.
Yeah, I really like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I mean, I make it no secret that I fucking love dinosaurs.
Sometimes I feel like sheepish recommending movies like, oh, you should watch Jurassic Park. Oh, you should watch Back to the Future, because there's a part of me that's like, all right, is it really that good, or is it just my nerdism that's like, oh, it's so good? And then when,
I think Jurassic Park is still good. It's not the like perfect movie. There are other people who are like, oh, it's like the best movie ever. It's like, it's got problems. But I
a
mean,
movie,
I think it's I think it's more than enjoyable enough to look past its flaws. Mm-hmm. Being a dad, Chris is about to get stabbed the hell out by his dad. Fucking spoilers. God damn, the game just came out.
Guys, spoiler alert, Kratos is kind of mean.
Oh no. Skylar, there's only one way to make a stream of... there's only one way to find out. Make a stream of Dream Daddy with Hayden Webb and Skylar. That's what you get, Skylark. Okay, listen here, motherfucker. Do I look like a famous pop star who would sing Shiny Teeth in Me? Do I look like someone who wrote the critically acclaimed classic Icky Vicky? No. So my name is not fucking Skylark. You piece of human garbage.
That's the guitar cover of it.
When I'm feeling lonely.
My shiny teeth that do things underneath the blankets. My shiny teeth, they've seen things.
They drink too, forget. My PTSD and me.
They cross a mile just to escape denial. Woo! My shiny teeth and me.
And it's like a picture of like a animated tooth going to a bar and drinking themselves into a stupor just to forget.
Yo, so
He's
did
got
you
flashbacks of a tooth Vietnam War.
Yo, so did you hear that what's his face? The guy that made Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom and all that?
That he left Nickelodeon?
Not only that, but did you actually watch the video where he talks about it?
I did not. Why?
He spends like 5 literal minutes talking about how Jesus Christ has always been with him and how he truly believes that Jesus has always been with him, giving him great opportunities like working in Nickelodeon. and how he's so grateful to Jesus Christ for giving him that moment.
Okay, listen, hang on, let me grab my fucking soapbox. Okay, here we go.
Right.
That shit gets really fucking cringy anytime anybody does it. Like, it bothers me when athletes do it too. It's like, oh man, I gotta dedicate this win to Jesus.
I gotta dedicate Jesus Christ. There was some comedian that was talking about how like every rapper in the world always puts like, he always thanks Jesus somewhere in like his little thank you speech. Of like, and I'd also like to thank Jesus Christ for my new hit album. It's called Fuck Your Mama. Everybody give it up for Jesus. He wanted this.
Listen, if you're thanking Jesus for the wins, you gotta blame Jesus for the losses too. Like, well, so what do you think about your performance in the game? I owe it all to Jesus. But you lost. Yeah, if I'm giving him the credit for the win, I gotta give him the credit for the losses. Fuck him.
Yeah, I think you really phoned it in. You know, and I'm. You know,
Yeah.
I know it's gonna make me a little awkward when Thanksgiving
you don't
comes
blame
around,
yourself for scoring 20 baskets for the other team. Nah, that was all Jesus, man.
I'm dedicating.
By the way, that's a
college
college humor sketch, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they have a sketch where they do a whole athlete thing where it does whole like, man, I dedicate all my this whole game to Jesus, and like, you lost. Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him.
I don't know if he actually says fuck him or not.
By the way, Daboot Jenkins says that he dedicates this game to Jesus Christ. So, so far, Jesus is acting a little slower than I expected him to.
Since we were saying sports things, I'm thinking of the oh god, not Dave Chappelle. God damn it! What is his fucking name? What's the name of the the really old comedian that died a couple years back? God, what was his fucking name? George Carlin. The George Carlin sports chant popped into my head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you know which skit I'm referring to.
Wait, what's it called again?
He's like I got a chant for you. It works for all sorts of sporting events. He lists like normal stuff like football, soccer, full contact chess. It's like water frisbee, like all sorts of not actually sports. He's like, it goes like this, and like he just starts chanting, like waving his arms to the side and side. He's like, rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat, 69 assholes tied in knot, hooray, fungal shit, fuck.
That sounds like George Carlin.
Yeah.
Shit.
But then somebody added Daft Punk music to it.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah, it's called The Greatest Cheer.
Do I just need to get up close and personal to him? I honestly forgot how this fight goes. Ow. Stop. Ow.
Oh no, he doesn't say fungal shit, he says lizard shit, fuck. Damn it, now I'm looking it up so I can listen to the Daft Punk version.
Around the world, around the world. Yo, do you remember that one time that Daft Punk did an entire album with this amazing anime music video?
You're talking about Interstellar 555.
I only recently discovered that, and I fucking love it.
It's fucking amazing. Also, Hayden, I sent the link to you for the other thing I wanted you to see. It's 7 seconds.
All right.
I'll wait until you kill this bastard.
Let me just get through this. Get through this shit.
Skylar, don't feel bad about bad stream quality. The streams that Nolan are on with Hayden don't last more than 5 minutes before he eats massive shit.
This is fact.
This is factual.
This is backed up by evidence.
If you look at the charts here, you'll see that fucking Nolan can eat shit. I had to remember who we were talking about. I forgot that we were talking about Nolan.
So can Caddy. By the way,
Caddy can eat shit.
No, that's a story that Caddy told on ThoughtCan one time.
Was Caddy on ThoughtCan at one point? I didn't know this.
Yes, he was on 2 episodes. The first was good, and the second was terrible.
Was it Caddy's fault?
I like to think so, but it was kind of a mess in general. So it was just one of those streams, you know.
And then you just see Caddy cars showing the Twitch stream. You say something, motherfucker. I've got my YouTube bot eyeing you, asshole. I haven't forgotten you, critic.
Critic.
I don't know if you know. I was referencing the fucking what was it? The Teddy Ruxpin thing from Nostalgia Critic. It's like, I haven't forgotten you, critic. Critic.
I'm really kind of lost on this guy. Hey, if anybody has any hot strats for me.
Strat number 1: stop sucking ass so hard.
That's not a strat.
Save it for your weekends in the bathroom at the bar.
That's not a strat either.
I mean, it can be if you're. The question on what you're trying to get strategies for is being a great lover in bed, as opposed to a great lover in the back of a fucking semi-truck, I guess.
How is the god slaying shenanigans? Wow, it's pretty epic, dude.
You seem to not like a lot of thought cans. Is this hindsight thing, or are you just like, fuck it, I'm uploading it anyway?
A lot of it is hindsight, actually. Like
if it's like, yeah, this is great, then you go back and watch it, like, wow, I want to hang myself.
There's so many times where, like, I was listening to the episode and editing it, and I'm like, wow, this is really funny, and I like how it turned out. And then later down the line, I'm like, that was just really dumb, and, like, it's so clear that, like, if someone was came in and was like, oh, yeah, let's look at this podcast, it'd be like, just so disconnected from everything.
Pie chart says Hayden. The pie chart says that Hayden earns 10. I don't want to fucking see what that number is per second, and he can make 10 thought cans per day. I mean, feasibly you could.
I couldn't. I'd have to. Every episode, if I was going by my stupid original plan, we go for like 2 hours each. So then you have to think 10. Sorry, playing a god right now. And so 10 episodes every single day. Are we talking about recording, or are we talking about editing? Because then I have to go through every single episode. And basically, no, that's not actually true. I know you're telling a joke, but let me make that clear. That's not actually true.
I'm just saying, you could theoretically record, like, you could record just 1 hour long thought cans.
No.
You know what? Let's just make Dradix Radio already. Let's just 24-hour radio broadcast. We just keep you alive through just unholy means.
Oh, okay. Good. They're giving me hell.
And every time you die, we bring you back to life, just like the cornflakes homunculus.
The cornflake homunculus?
Do you actually not get that?
No.
That's
Skyler,
from Jim
I don't get all of
Sterling.
your references, okay? I'm cool.
It's from Jim fucking Sterling, son.
Oh, that explains it. I don't watch Jim Sterling.
I like Jim Sterling. I like watching him get really ranty.
I just don't watch him. I remembered watching his stuff, like, in the very beginning, which is probably not fair, but I didn't really like his style. It looked like he was intentionally trying to be, like, gross out, and that just didn't appeal to me. So, yeah. I'm sure he's a lovely person in real life. He seems to have gotten a big impression off of people, so, yeah.
I know he got a lot of attention after, was it the digital homicide shit and the, was it the ad block method he developed, which, yeah, it doesn't actually work for most people. Most people can't really afford to do that.
Wait,
but since
what
he
was
gets
it?
all of his, it's basically a way to block other companies from being able to make money off of his videos, because there was the issue where if a company copyright claimed the video, they would get the money. So to fuck with that, he just puts a lot of random clips from things that he's pretty sure will get copyright stricken. Like if he's like, oh, I'm talking about this game, I'm pretty sure that like Nintendo will copyright strike this because, you know, it's fucking Nintendo. He'll also throw in some other clips from other games. Like Sony will also try to copyright claim it, or anyone else will try to copyright claim it. Because if multiple people copyright claim it, no one gets the money. So basically, it's him just being like, fuck you. But that doesn't really work. And everyone's like, wow, this is revolutionary. It's like, and people point out, like, it really isn't, because a lot of people can't afford to be doing that. Like he gets basically all of his money. It's not so much to prevent getting copyright stricken. It's just to say fuck the companies who copyright strike videos that are under fair use. And then take the money from those videos.
I see.
What was it called? No, it wasn't the copyright. It was the copyright deadlock. That's what it was called.
Deadlock. Okay. By the way, Emmer Gray is asking if you've seen the video about Shark Flint. How the fuck do I get down?
You mentioned on violence in video games, Shark Flint. Are you just gonna consistently do this to me?
Shark Flint? What is Shark?
He called me Skark Flint. I assume you're fucking with my name again. I will be honest. I don't think I told you this. I actually got into a got into a yelling match with a manager about this.
About your name?
I have this really bad issue where I really don't like when people are intentionally calling me by the wrong name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think I've told this before. Like, he was consistently, like, he knows my name is Skylar, but he was just calling me all sorts of random shit, and I'm like, can you actually stop that? He refused to call me by the correct name. Like, he would, like, enunciate it weirdly, like, hey, what's up, Skylore? And I'm like, okay, at first it's fine, but he just kept doing it, and eventually started just riding my nerve. I'm like, hey, can you just knock it off? But then he just started doing it more persistently, and I'm like, okay, I'm being serious, knock it off. And he just kept doing it until eventually I just got, okay, after like 2 months, I was like, okay, I'm not being nice about this anymore. Knock it the fuck off, or it's gonna, or this is gonna escalate. He's like,
wow.
why? What's riding up your ass? I'm like, I don't like it. I've asked you before to knock it off. You need to knock it off because it's starting to piss me off. I was like, I don't give a fuck if it's pissing you off.
Oh, damn.
And eventually I went to higher up. I went to higher ups, and he stopped for a while, but then he started up again recently, and like he's like, oh yeah, go do this. I'm like, what? Like, told me to go do some task that's not really my job. And I'm like, whatever. And he's like, thanks, Skylar. I just stopped dead in my tracks, just fucking stared daggers at him. He's like, what's your problem? I'm like, what do you think is my fucking problem?
Oh no.
And then like the other people in the break room are like, what the fuck? And he's just like kind of standing there like, I don't get what your problem is. I'm like, we have had this conversation and we have escalated to upper management. You need to knock it the fuck off, or we're gonna have a repeat performance. And like he's like, whatever, and just ignored me. I'm like, fucking piece of shit. I'm raging now.
I'm sorry.
So your boss was like, hey, what's up, Skiller? No, he was like pronouncing it with an O, which, you know, not a big one, but it bothers me. To be fair, a lot of it, the reason it bothers me is a thing that my family would do to like try and kind of turn me and my brother against each other, because yeah, I've very didn't have a great family life. Was like to use the other person's name as an insult. So like if my brother was doing something that my family didn't like, oh, good to see you're being such a Skylar about it. Or if they, or vice versa, they be like, wow, being a Peyton, huh? So they tended to use my name more as an insult, or fuck up my name just to bother me. And then when I went to high school, a teacher insisted on calling me Spencer, even though I'm like, that's not my fucking name. And it stuck. So for like all of junior high to high school, people would just call me that to bother me. And it actually pissed me off to the point where I'm like, okay, I really, like, I can't stand being given a fucking nickname anymore. It was like Brittany was like, do you have a nickname? She was reading something where it's like, how well do you know your significant other? And it's like, what's their nickname? She's like, do you have one? I'm like, no, and thank fucking God for that.
Huh. Yeah,
But yeah,
you know,
now
I
y'all get a
usually
little
give
information
people
about me.
nicknames too, but I never gave you one. All I had was just Skylar. That's it.
Yeah, your nickname for me was misspelling it.
Yep. You know, which is funny because you say, "Oh, I have this
it's funny
complex
'cause
and I
you
have
are
a terrible
illiterate."
like backstory and it's really embarrassing." But then you're all like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, dig in. What's up? Hey, dude. What's up? It's fun to be a bully when it's, you know, me being mean to someone else. No, it never seemed to bother me for some reason.
That's the thing. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really bother most people. If somebody said, "Hey, I don't like that," I'd probably stop. Like I stopped calling Nick Dick. Say, "Hey, Dick."
Oh yeah, Nick was saying at one point, like he was saying, like, man, sometimes I don't know if like, you know, Skylar's okay with me or not, because sometimes he'll send me messages and then I'll message him and then he won't say anything, and I'm like, oh no, Skylar's fine. That's just what he does.
I'm usually asleep.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. He has a different sleep schedule.
I work 6 days out of the week now, so yeah.
He wasn't saying it like in a bad way. He was worried about himself, like he was making you mad or something.
Oh no. I mean, sometimes he messages me random shit, and I like wake up, read the message, and I'm like, Nick, I really don't have time for this shit. Just go back to bed.
Sometimes I worry if I'm not like sociable enough with people, but then I also think like, well, the reason I'm like that is because I don't want to bother people. Like they could be asleep, and like I'm suddenly thinking like, oh man, I should call people all the time and send them messages all the time.
I actually tried calling you on my way back home from work to be like, hey, let's see if we're streaming. I need to answer. I was like, guessing that's gonna be a no then.
Yeah, no, I got that. I was just in the middle of something, so I was like, I'm gonna let that sit and let me just finish what I'm doing here.
Listen, you can take a break. You can take a break from beating your dick every now and again. That's all I'm saying.
No, I can't. I have a problem.
Actually, Brittany and me had a discussion on that. She's like, Skylar, why do you masturbate as much as you do? I think you masturbate more than any other man. I'm like, I don't know. I think a lot of married men still beat their dicks. And I can't really ask this stream because I think I'm probably the only married man in this stream.
Ouch.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know everybody else's personal life. I don't know, like, okay, you know what? No, you've been in I think it still works if, like, for relationships. When you're in a relationship, you still beat your dick, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, A, sometimes they're not available, and B, let's be honest here, most of the time, you can beat your dick better than they can beat your dick. Like, you know your dick inside and out, quite literally.
I was also going to say, it's also like a circumstance that happens even when they're not, like, around, like, you know, every single day. I don't know if they're completely down with that. At least I've never met anyone that was like that. Actually,
funny thing in that, Brittany has pointed out that she has this, like, spider sense of when she knows that I'm beating my dick. It's like she'll be in the kitchen, like, making food and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I've got a few minutes. And she'll just walk into the bedroom, she's like, masturbation! And like, she'll actually yell and scare the hell out of me.
That's what...
At one point, she did it, and it scared me so bad. I was like, oh, ow! She's like, what happened? I'm like, I squeezed my dick really hard when he scared me!
That's my one fear with eventually moving out and probably having to live with a roommate for a little while. Is like, God,
it's masturbating.
It's gonna be really hard to find a time, you know. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass because they will, you know, be an asshole and be like, "Oh, I was watching you beat your dick." I'm just like, ha 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 ha, join in or fuck off.
Vizbutt says, two things. Wow, that sucks,
3,
Skylar.
2,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's just one of those things where normally I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But if somebody is doing it and I ask them to stop and they refuse, then I have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
2, why does Twitch lie to me about the game you are streaming? This is not Persona 4 or 5. No.
Yeah, I switched it. I don't know. Sometimes the announcement's like slightly off. I don't really understand.
Oh yeah, check that. Oh, is this gonna be a long cutscene?
Yes. And I remember loving this scene. I loved seeing like his armor break off, and I'm like, oh, that's the Kratos that I know. Hell yeah. Oh, this is a sad scene. Everybody get your tears out. The big angry caveman doesn't have the power to kill people anymore. It's interesting they did a scene like this. You see this in video games like all the time now, but
I mean, they kind of had to for this because I mean, it'd be kind of hard to make a sequel where you're just, you know, a full-on god going around trying to beat the shit out of things you can very easily kill.
No, but like a scene where you're walking down and you have like just no power at all. I remember when they did this in Bastion
before
too.
you start before you go to the sword and make the cutscene commence, check that link I sent you.
Are they just gonna like stand there and watch me? Okay. I think I'm dying. Okay. Yeah, I'm pressing the video.
Rat shit, that shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray! Lizard shit.
All right, aren't we glad we heard that?
I'm glad.
Back to the game now. Let's play that one more time while I'm walking up to this.
Rat shit, that shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray! Lizard shit.
I like to imagine that's what's going through Kratos' head as he tries to approach the sword.
That sound clip is the highlight of my night.
He's probably got a lot of curse words going through his head right now. It was me, Kratos. I was the giant bird. Everyone's, like, size changes dramatically.
Yes, I am forced to attend to this matter myself. Athena refused to undo her mistake.
I'm actually going to look up what the, what were the other sports he said during the cheer? Because I know full contact chess was one of them, and I'm just, like, imagining that. Intramural lacrosse, mud surfing, cross country bowling.
Gods are petty and pathetic, and your rule is weak. I grow tired of this
Australian dick wrestling. Who's your Australian friend?
I have a few, but I mean Tom, Dan, Nace.
Let's go with Dan. Let's ask Dan if he's ever participated in Australian dick wrestling.
An Australian dig wrestling? What?
No, it's Australian dick wrestling.
Australian dick wrestling. Well, Dan, because I'm pretty sure you're watching.
I'm what?
I'm pretty sure Dan's watching. He was watching earlier.
I don't know if he left or not.
If Dan is still watching, how many Australian dick matches do you have?
It's on ESPN too, I'm sure.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
do
dun,
like
dun.
whenever video games give you the scene of helplessness.
Yeah.
Kind of like the ending of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, that was sad. Guys, look, it's good graphics.
It's good graphics.
Also, Kratos looks weird in these cutscenes.
I really wish that they had actually done other mythologies with the God of War stuff. I mean, I know they're doing the Norse mythology, but I'm going to be completely honest. I actually have very little interest in mythology.
I really like Norse mythology.
Well, the thing is, there's not as much surviving mythology for it is the problem. So you basically only have what was it called? Oh God, what was the book called? I can't actually remember what the book was. Oh yeah, the Poetic Edda, which is basically the majority of most Norse mythology, and it's fine. It's perfectly serviceable and everything, but it's not as expansive as things like Greek mythology or Egyptian mythology, where there's a lot more stories to work with. Granted, I do think Odin is one of the most interesting leader gods. Like when you compare it to, the big G, Zeus, Osiris, and any of that. I mean, Odin's just a fucking he's just a big trickster.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting difference, but I mean, it's just the mythology I've never really given a fuck about.
Yeah. I'm into it. I've been into most mythologies for a while. Norse one's pretty good. It's also because
I
the
think it was
setting
kind of
for
a
the new
no-brainer
God
for
of
them
War
to
is more
for
like
them to do like
forest
Egypt.
oriented, which being in like the Pacific Northwest, I just relate to it more.
Fair. But I mean, I figured that they would do a Egyptian mythology, if nothing else, just for the sake that in Egypt, the Egyptian mythology and Greek mythology are so heavily tied together.
I like how they're giving Kratos' backstory. By the way, you ever realize that Kratos is like Persian or something?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, titties. Except not entirely. You get a little bit of a lagoon. Oh, whoa. Here's a little recap.
Finding his grave in God of War 3 was great.
Whose grave? His own? Or
No, Ares.
Ares' grave? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like when you go in there and he's entombed in the glass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this part of the story is so weird. It's like, oh, we're the Titans and we hate the gods because they stole our land or something?
Okay, do you actually not know much about the Greek mythology? Basically the Titans were the big head honchos before Zeus and all of his siblings took over. Because the leader of the Titans was Kronos, which is Zeus's father. All the Titans were in charge, and eventually most, if not all of them, were kicked the fuck out.
Only with their power will you defeat Zeus.
So kind of think of it like it's basically Kratos' grandparents being like, yeah, fuck your dad and fuck all of that family.
Man. Just a bunch of family issues.
I mean, when isn't it a bunch of family issues?
Aw. So then you crawl out of hell again, except this time this version of hell is severely not as hard as the actual hell inside of God of War 1, which can kiss my fucking ass. I say this also
In God of War 1 or God of War 3?
God of War 1.
I know you have to fight Hades in God of War 3.
Yeah. God of War 3 wasn't too difficult, I feel.
Also, I think I really dislike Hades' design.
I don't even remember it, which probably speaks to it as well.
It's just like big, muscly, barbarian, demon-looking guy. It's like this is just kind of generic. Like I liked Ares' design of him having like the long, flowy hair. Maybe I relate. This made of like fire.
I like him because he looks like me.
Zeus is basically a shape-shifting rapist. I almost read that as racist.
I mean, he's probably racist too.
The shape-shifting racist. I can turn into anything, even a black man. Well, I mean, if I wanted to, but why would I want to do that?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Racist.
That is so not okay, okay?
I like how you say that, even though we've made how many jokes about the N-word on this stream?
No, I was saying they were saying that to Zeus because he's racist.
Oh, that's not okay. Listen, wait, was it Zeus who fucked a horse at one point?
Probably.
All right, well, let's just go with that for the joke. Listen, listen, I'm willing to fuck a horse, but not a black man. What's wrong with you?
I think Ambergray was saying this for the pre-rendered cutscenes because I agree. Kratos looks less like a cool barbarian and more like the friendly guy named Charlie who barbecues for the neighbors. Yeah, in the pre-rendered cutscenes, he has like beautiful eyes and like a thin neck, and he's all like, "Oh God, I'm."
And in the new game, he kind of has that vibe to it too. Like I can imagine him just being like the quiet guy at work, but thing in the mess because I work on overnights.
You know who he looks exactly like is one of Kat's uncles, who every time she goes over, he's like this scary guy with a bald head and a beard, but he's always like, and he talks very serious with like a deep voice, but he always says things like, "So I heard you guys were coming over, so I bought a big box of candy. Would you guys like some?" And they're like, "Yes," and he's like, "That's good." And like, he's like, "You kids should be outside playing. When people are at my house, they're not allowed to not have fun. So you guys go out there and be kids." It's just weird hearing all this shit because he's like, he's just like this older like 50-year-old guy. Where the fuck do I go? Guys, I did it. I'm out of hell. Where do I go?
You can't get out of hell. You're forever in hell.
I am out of hell. I just don't know where to go now. Dad, this is bullshit. Oh wait, spoilers.
That shit, dirty old twat.
Seriously, where the fuck do I go? Am I supposed to pick something up? These days shall not go in vain. Yeah, it's not okay when my men die, but it's bad when, you know, Zeus starts killing people. Where in the holy Christ am I?
You should say that stuff in your evil Teddy voice.
Evil what? You should say that.
Wait, hang on. What?
Say
It begs the
wit
question.
stuff in my evil Teddy voice because I know what you're talking about.
I don't. It's what Ambergray says.
I think Poseidon made Pegasus. That begs the question: what race would you be if you could change race for a day? If I could change race for like a day, it'd be really utterly arbitrary.
Yeah, I'm questioning it.
I don't know. In America, I'd probably be a black guy for like a day.
That was honestly what I was thinking, if only for like the walk a mile in my shoes argument.
Yeah, I'm curious. You know.
Question: If I can change race, can I also change sex for a day? Because that would actually be an interesting experience. Going from a white guy to a black woman for a day.
Black woman. Have you ever seen the movie My Name?
Senior White Face is saying save.
I saved! I saved twice! Have you seen the movie Your Name at all?
Oh, are you talking about the one where the guy switches bodies every day?
Yeah.
I haven't. Isn't it good?
It's very good. It's very fun. Like the first thing they address is that like when a guy's in a girl's body, he immediately starts playing with his boobies. And then like the little sister of the girl like walks in and she's just like sitting there in her bed just playing with her boobies. And she's like, okay, I'll just leave, I guess. Dinner's ready, though. That whole movie was fucking fantastic.
I'll have to watch that.
I wanted to do like a little analysis review on it to recommend it, but everyone on the fucking earth has recommended it, so it's pretty useless.
I haven't heard much about it, so I mean, maybe it's worth doing.
Oh, if you look up Your Name anywhere, people are like, this is the greatest anime ever. This is going to... Oh, okay. I had to go to one random... Okay, whatever. I had to go to a random guy out of the mini and be like, hey, what's up?
Return to Sparta and prepare for battle.
Return to Sparta.
Oh, they were
But
saying
sir,
the stuff
both my
you were
legs are
talking about
fucking
the guy
broken.
with the deep voice.
I'm sorry, what's up?
With the evil Teddy voice, they were saying like the stuff that Cat's uncle was saying.
Cats. Like fucking... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a flaming Pegasus.
Going after Zeus. It seems I still have allies on Olympus.
Man, Kratos, you're so cool. You summoned a flaming Pegasus. I always thought that animation was weird. When his friend walks off, he does this weird thing with his neck where he kind of goes like... He like bends it forward, almost like he's giving him sass or something.
Seeing your white faces. Oh, I feel like an ass now. Try jumping off the ledge.
Nah, they don't let you do that.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you were gonna jump off the. I almost misread that at first. That you were gonna jump off the ledge, seeing your white face, because you're one step close to the edge and you're about to fucking break. I'm one step closer to the edge. Yeah, I'm about to break.
And I'm about to break. I'm one step closer.
Did I tell you that's my favorite voice to do, but it fucking destroys my throat?
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, see, it hurts. You gotta know how to regulate it, I'm pretty sure that I got it from Oni with that whole, like,
I am your wife.
thing.
Your mother's in here with us. Would you like to say anything?
Yes, Mom, get out. I'm working.
Yeah, Mom, what are you
You're
doing
no
to the little
fun.
lady? That's stupid.
By the way, that was a Scary Movie 2 reference.
Yeah, Mom, get out, I'm working.
Yeah, like they're doing an Exorcist parody at the very beginning of the movie. It's like, your mother's in here with us. Would you like to say anything? Yeah, Mom, get out. And then like the bed covers get moved out of the way, and his mom's actually in the bed. She's like, you're no fun. And he shrugs like, I'm working.
Your mama is stupid and smelly.
Oh yeah, the priest goes in there and like the Exorcist girl's like flipping his shit like and like, oh fuck this, and he just walks away like, oh, come back here. No, did you see that shit?
Scary movie. Oh, this is my
just
favorite
Scary
part,
Movie.
everybody.
Scary
Hold on to your butts. Wait, come on, do it.
Oh no, we're playing shmup. What the fuck? The chinchilla is climbing up her cage and like hanging on the wall,
Hell yeah.
staring at me. And she's like ghostly white because I put her bath in there because she hasn't taken a dust bath in a couple days. And she's just like she's like pale ghostly white, and it's terrifying.
That's awesome, dude.
Ratchet, dirty old twat.
Bake me a cake and I'll not. By the way, I've been considering streaming some Killer 7. Just felt like bringing that up in case anybody likes Killer 7. It's a fucking trip of a game.
Yeah, damn, I saw a comment in that fucking rat shit video that says this is now my notification ringtone. I was like, oh fuck, I could actually see myself changing Brittany's ringtone before she goes to work. And then just call her in the middle of her shift. She's like, yeah, that'll be $13.17. Ratchet, batchet, dirty old twat. Actually, why did I make that loud? It would be really quiet. It would actually be more like, yeah, your change would be $13. Ratchet, batchet, dirty old twat.
Yeah, because you know at least one of those words will be completely audible.
Probably the fuck at the end. Hooray! Lizard chip! Fuck! Fuck! Like as she's pulling the phone out to turn it off, that's when the fuck becomes audible. Fuck!
Yeah, that. No, yeah, that.
As she turns it off, it says fuck, like the phone is responding.
Like the phone is rebelling against turning it off.
Her phone's got Tourette's syndrome.
Bam, bam. I love killing birds. This is what I do for a living. My name is Kratos. Please,
Wait,
consider
here
me.
I go, killing again.
Please consider me for the next cover girl. I'm a hard
Oh,
worker.
actually, hang on. Was it you who I know who doesn't like Rick? I can't remember who it was.
That doesn't like what?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Are you going to talk about the fucking Run with the Jewel animation?
The what?
There's some like Rick and Morty music video that came out that has a song by Run from the Jewel or Run by the Jewel. Either way,
Run the Jewels.
yeah, it's this group that I came to really start to like, but then one of the songs just got really tedious to me because of this Rick and Morty music video. Because now it plays everywhere.
Fair.
And people
No,
are,
I was
like,
actually
breaking-
I was gonna say just because like whenever I was going to get food in the fridge earlier, I saw how many fucking cups of Szechuan sauce we still have left in there.
Oh dang!
They gave us way too much goddamn sauce. They're like when they did it in the stores, I was like, you know what, it's in there, and I'm curious. Yeah, we get 20-piece nugget, and like, can we get some of that new sauce, I guess, instead of barbecue? And like, yeah, it's fine. And they dumped like 8 containers in our bag. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! I don't need this much goddamn sauce.
Look, they are terrified now. Okay, they've had PTSD because
like,
of this.
here, please, don't riot. But no, I try. The sauce is all right. It's just kind of like it tastes like a ketchupy soy sauce with some brown sugar, and I'm like, this is fine.
I say. I mean, of course, it's not sauce sent from the gods, obviously, but
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it, and every time I've been going to McDonald's, I'm like, all right, maybe I should get, what sauce am I going to get? And I'm like, God damn, I want more Szechuan sauce. And then I forget I have more Szechuan sauce at home that I could be using, and I'm like, no, I'll just get more.
no
I'm waiting
idea.
for the day we run out so I can eBay that shit. Skylar, did you know that Hayden eats kids to save the children? He keeps them safe in his belly. You know, that's what happened with Kronos and Zeus, so I mean, fair.
All right.
I stand by my previous statement of rat shit, bad shit, dirty old twat. I'm gonna put the laptop down for a second. I will be right back, so you will be on your. Feel free to get nice and racist or nice and Christian. I don't know which.
Guys, welcome to the
Guys,
Christian
like-
stream.
No, like anytime you leave, I get really offended. Anytime that I leave, you're just like, "Hello, everyone," and let's all open our Bibles.
I hope that
page,
you all have
312,
prepared
or the Word of
yourself
God.
with another reading for today.
Let's
I know
read
that I have.
Job.
Let's look at this
3
beautiful
let's read-
mountainside in the background.
Let's read.
Truly
Let's read
is
Job 13:27, and he said unto the Lord, "Nigga shit."
He didn't say that. Just want to make that clear.
Again, I'm an asshole, and you seem to underestimate this.
Look to the peaceful stars and the beautiful mountainside. To Kratos
And,
dying
we're-
and falling off.
And
another
we're gonna
mountainside again.
paint a nice little mountain here, with a
Nice
little bit of white here. That's-
Weren't you
that's
leaving,
nice. Now,
Skylar?
give I was, but now I'm thinking of Bob Ross. Now be sure to give your brush a nice flicking against the microphone.
There was a.
There we go. And now we're gonna paint a bloody Greek man flying on a flaming Pegasus, cutting the heads off of men and Griffin. Lots of blood, lots of bloodshed. Very beautiful. And we're gonna give him a little sword, and we're gonna give another one because everyone deserves a friend.
Except Hitler. Okay, everyone, we're moving on.
That shit right there is a foot. That was a foot.
I mean, you're a little in the past, old man. We're
I
not
mean, I
looking at
saw
the foot anymore.
I saw the foot.
Very
That is
good.
that's a man.
Man.
A man. I feel like a woman.
Dude looks like a lady. So why did my Pegasus decide to eventually just give up? Like, there's a point here where he just kind of stops and... Oh, wait, it's because...
Wake up and
the-
you gotta ask yourself, what was I willing to put up with today? Not fucking this.
I see, yeah, because he gets his, That's right. I have to go and gain the power to.
You must free the Pegasus.
You must free the Pegasus. Yeah, I need to go and get something that'll kick this guy's ass. That's right. I remember this section. This section's pretty cool.
It was a trip when I found out Bob Ross was a Vietnam. I believe it.
I mean,
Hayden, has Pornhub unbanned you from posting those PvP RuneScape videos on there? Is this a thing you actually did, or are they joking? I could actually see you doing it.
I did not do that. No. But somebody
Can we?
said that I did it.
I mean, can we do this?
If you want to.
No, I mean, can you? I refuse to play RuneScape.
No, that was a thing that they posted.
Listen here, motherfucker. I have standards.
No, that's a thing that Pornhub posted on their Twitter. They did it to the RuneScape Twitter. They were just saying, like, could you please stop posting PvP matches into our race section?
Listen, even though it's a porn site, even if you don't like porn, Pornhub is just amazing. Just for the shit that they do. Where it's like, oh yeah, they're in the Snowpocalypse. Oh yeah, Pornhub sponsored fucking plows. It's like, oh, okay. Why though?
Do you remember Cornhub
Yeah.
for April Fool's Day?
Oh god, I'm wondering what they're gonna do this year, because April Fool's Day also falls on Easter. So I mean, they gotta choose their battles this year.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Listen, there's only so many sexy bunny rabbits we can take.
Yeah. So did the Playboy Bunny pick a rabbit because rabbits mate a lot?
I assume that's the idea.
I'm starting to think that that might be the case.
You know, rats fuck a lot, but nobody finds rats sexy.
Do you know this by experience from having a rat?
I mean, they're both female, so if they were fucking, I'd be a little concerned.
This is not a house that accepts that kind of thing?
No, I mean, I do constantly catch them fighting. Like, I'll be in, like, the bedroom, and, like, as I'm falling asleep, I'll hear squeak, squeak. I'll pop my head out and be like, who's fucking fighting? And they'll both just stop in their tracks and stare at me like one's on top of the other, got her, like, pinned to the ground as they're, like, biting,
They both, like, have each other, and they're all just, like, fucking, like, mid-punch, and they look over like, hey, Dad. What's up?
They have to hide that shit like it's fucking cats and dogs.
Hide your shame. Answer my question, please. Which Rayman game do you think is the best? Which do I think is the best? Oh, shit. If we're talking from, like, a purely atmospheric standpoint, I'd say Rayman 2, which is kind of a generic answer, but by that...
But you're a generic person, so it's okay.
I'm streaming. I didn't put the sign up. Light isn't on. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Hello. Get your charger. Playing God of War. Holy shit, I'm dying. So
did your mom just walk in?
No, that was my brother.
Oh, it sounded like a female voice.
Nope, that's my brother.
Did you have him turn the light on?
What light?
I thought you have a light for when you're recording.
Oh, that light. No, I didn't ask him to. I probably should have. No, yeah. The thing for God of War, though, or no, Rayman, excuse me. The thing is, Rayman 2 was
While you're
able
talking
to
about Rayman,
capture,
a game
like,
I do
an
not play, I'm
environment
gonna go take my
that was a
I'm
lot
gonna go
more
take my-
interesting, I'd say.
I'm gonna go take my molten shit now. I'll be back.
Do it. I'd say Rayman captured a creative environment, especially because the studio at the time and the director, Michel Ancel, he was working on Rayman 2, and then he went on to work on Beyond Good and Evil afterwards. So I get the feeling that he was in that vibe of, like, I gotta make a lot of, like, magical, mystical worlds, and he had that headset to want to make these worlds look and feel as believable as possible. And I really like Beyond Good and Evil for the same reason. The combat's not that involving, though, or very invigorating. If anything, it's super duper easy and simplified. It really feels like Michel Ancel and the whole crew were trying their best to just focus on making a big world without having to concentrate too hard on making the combat anything special. I just really don't think it mattered to them that much. And I think it really did pay off in the end, because even so many years later, I still think about the Rayman 2 world and how I really love it. It's something unique. But does that make it the best game ever? I don't go back to play Rayman 2 a lot. That's the other part of this. The funnest Rayman game I've ever played is Rayman Legends, I'd say. It just captures a certain fun and spirit behind it, and I can pick it up like literally at any time and just speed through levels and just have a really good time. It's a really fun game to just get lost in the speed of it. And it's my favorite kind of game where you're trying to, I guess, speed run through it, but not like I'm trying to beat a timer. More like I'm trying to get through a level as fast as possible without stopping, which I guess is speed running. So yeah, Rayman Legends is the funnest, but Rayman 2, I'd say, is the most atmospheric. There you go. God, fuck the arrows. But I can destroy these, can't I? Minotaur, hold on, alright? Jesus Christ, being out here really gets fucking nostalgic for me. Games like this really do feel incredibly nostalgic in a way. Because I was playing this shit in high school. I was playing it on an old shitty TV. I got this one story. There was a time during my Shadow of the Colossus review where I was playing, where my computer broke. I made that joke actually in the Shadow of the Colossus. No. Symphony of the Night, excuse me. In a Symphony of the Night review, I made some joke about how my computer broke and how that made me depressed and whatnot. But the truth was, my computer actually did break. And that affected me making the review because I had to move all of my equipment into my brother's room so I could edit the whole thing on my brother's computer. And that whole situation was just such a pain in the ass. But the one saving grace was I had like the God of War games. And so I played them on this tiny-ass TV in my brother's room. And that was just a really awesome memory. I remember playing God of War, the first one, on hard mode. On like this tiny little TV. The same TV that I played Silent Hill 2 on for the very first time. And when I got through the hell section, that felt amazing because it was such a pain in the ass to get through. But that's why we play video games. Because you want a fucking challenge. You want an experience. And you want a memory, you know what I'm saying? That's what made me want to get God of War 2. God of War 2 is significantly easier than God of War 1, I'll say. But it's not... I think God of War 2 and 3 are a lot more interesting than God of War 1. Because just look at this shit. It's ridiculous. Like... Oh... giant bird comes to eat out his pancreas. This is very true to lore, though. This is a real thing. Well, not a real thing that happened. But there's some story of a guy that gets tied to a rock and a bird eats out his pancreas. It's kind of funny how they just showcase all this stuff. Thank you. This game is hard. Yeah, it is. Cool story, bro. I'm glad you like Rayman Legends. It's the only one I've played, and I really enjoy playing it with my siblings. Dude, it's so great. What about Rayman 3? Rayman 3 is, like... fun. You know what? If Rayman 2 is the most atmospheric and Rayman Legends is the most fun, Rayman 3 hits like a middle ground where it's kind of like a jack of both traits, but it's a master of neither. I think it's fun and the combat is a lot more interesting. Even now when I go back to it, there's moments where enemies can surround you and actually like get the jump on you. You know, if you just start running in there getting all willy-nilly. It's still remarkably easy. It's slightly less easy than Rayman 2. Hold on, this is my favorite part coming up. He gets his pancreas eaten out and then he's brought back to life. To live the same life all over again. And then you release him from his torture. This is true poetry, I have to say.
I have returned.
Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you! Oh no, he's dying. What'll we do?
Oh, you're at... God, what is his fucking name? I just blanked.
Right? I was trying to remember his name and I couldn't. I would think that playing Silent Hill on old TV would make it an even better horror experience. You know what? It really did. I still remember to this day sitting at my chair listening to, because I got the bad ending on my first try, to getting the bad ending, and I felt so depressed and sad. I was like just sitting with my controller.
Oh,
like,
it's Prometheus. That's his fucking name.
Oh, that's Prometheus? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think so. Why did he
That
get
was my
cut down?
favorite Aliens movie.
Was there any reason he just like fucking cut him down and left him hanging?
You know the story of Prometheus, right?
Yes, I do. I'm just wondering why Kratos.
He wants to be
basically
released from
fucked him.
death, so he's all like, God of War, release me! And so you stab him a couple times, and then that just pushes him off the cliff. And so now I have to go over here and get a magical something that will then cut the ropes, and then he'll fall into the fire and die forever.
Appropriate.
Prometheus was always my favorite Alien movie. I'm just going to say that out loud.
Are you actually being serious? I can't tell.
Yeah, I really liked it. My favorite scene was when she was running away from the giant wheel monster. That was really cool. I love how she didn't run to the left or the right.
Giant wheel monster.
That was a really good scene.
Do you mean the ship?
No, Skylar. It was a monster. It was
I
coming
actually
right
thought you were
for
being
her.
serious about liking Prometheus, which I wouldn't have judged
Well,
you
here's the
for.
deal. I don't remember it like at all. There's a couple of bad parts, but I don't know. I've never seen Aliens, so I can't even.
Are you serious? You've never
Yes.
seen? Wait, did you say Alien or Aliens?
I've seen neither.
Really?
I'm sorry. All right.
You should actually watch Aliens. I think it holds up really well.
I know. I have a friend that adores it, and all she ever says is, "One of these days, we're gonna meet up and we're gonna watch it, okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, ready when you are."
All right, listen. That's how you get laid.
Yeah, dude. No, fuck her.
That's the idea.
No. Listen, man, not to. She'll probably never see these, but she's a really good lesson in don't stick your dick in crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it worked out for me. I'm married to crazy.
No, you are not.
Brittany's
Or at least it's
more
not-
crazy than she lets on.
It's not the crazy that you're thinking of. Listen, I don't want to get into it either.
You're talking to someone who has stuck their dick in somebody with multiple personality disorder several times.
Also, we're talking on a public stream, so
Look at me not giving a shit.
get me actually giving a shit.
Why do you
not-
care?
It's not my problem that you don't care.
Why do you care? The like me saying my sex life.
Oh, well, you can, I guess.
Oh, you were saying
Yeah,
about. like,
I don't
me
want to get
sounding-
into it.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't have assumed she was crazy had you not said anything on.
No, I mean, like, I don't want to get into it further. And yet, here we are. Hey, Skylar. So what do you think of God of War, the game? How about that? How about the game we're playing right now? It's a pretty good game.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say as soon as I came back. Okay.
Yes.
So random thought I had while on the toilet. So you know this is
Alright.
gonna be just fucking gold.
Yeah.
Who gives better hand jobs, men or women?
I never had one from a man, so I guess I can't tell.
Well, who would you assume?
You know what?
Like, is this a valid question?
Well, you know what? I don't think it would be separated by gender, honestly. I think it'd be separated by experience.
Well, that's the thing. I'm wondering if like guys being able to jerk themselves off gives like a home field advantage.
Oh, no, but you're doing it from a different angle then.
I mean, you could always do a reach around and it'll be basically the same thing.
Would it, though? Like, your hand is experiencing a different form of dexterity.
That's fair, but I mean, I still feel like you're just gonna get some benefit there. I mean, I've met girls who had no idea what the fuck they were doing.
You know, I think in some way you could argue that it might be slightly better, but I would not go in assuming. And if suddenly they do a bad job, you're like, oh, man. I wouldn't be wholly disappointed if, like, men didn't have that experience on them. But you know what? I might buy that. Because they have
Are you
experience
saying
with
you might buy the
themselves.
logic?
I could buy that logic, yeah. But again, I think it mostly has to do with, like, your own experience. Because another
fair.
factor that goes into it is that when you are self-servicing, you
I like how you made it sound so fucking clinical.
you're that's something that you can feel when you're doing a good job, but like when you're like doing it for somebody else, you got to get context clues. You got to work with them. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, and each person are different. Some people like to squeeze it down below. Some people don't. I mean, you got to figure these things out. But again, I like how this is being dignified with an actual conversation.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Oh, and people
Bop.
are saying that there hasn't been a movie night in months.
That, you know what? Talk to Lulu, talk to Nick. They're the ones that want to do movie night. I literally have no time to plan stuff like that. I left it to them.
They're too busy stroking each other's peeners.
Yeah, that stuff. I think movie night was a really good idea. I
By the
never
way,
went to
did
a
you know
single
Nick?
movie night
Did you
once,
know
but-
Nick has a girlfriend? I didn't know if you know this. Nick has a girlfriend. Did you know this?
Wow. It's not like he brings it up every fucking second of my life, as if it's now
We
a
love
part
you,
of
Nick.
my life too.
We love you, Nick.
We were playing Minecraft together, and he was like, "Sorry, I have to send memes to Lulu," and I'm like, "Jesus, all right."
It's
Just say you're in a
that's neat.
conversation,
Did you know
like-
Lulu's my girl? Did you know Lulu's my girlfriend? Fucking really?
I have to send memes to Lulu, who is my girlfriend.
My girlfriend Lulu. Did you know she's my girlfriend?
I bet you didn't.
We're assholes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. People come to the stream knowing I'm going to be the asshole.
Yeah. And I'm the one trying to bring
I
it back
deflect
down
any.
to
I
stream
deflect
level.
any. I deflect any offensive statements you say. Like you say something mildly offensive, someone will be like, "That's a little questionable." Then I amplify to 10, like, "Okay, that's super questionable." Man, Hayden, you're like, how can you put up with him? And they forget that like any of it started with you.
Oh, it's funny because like Webb will go even further.
He's like
I
the wing.
feel.
He's like the wingman. He's like the wingman behind Hitler, just pushing him that extra step further and dodging all the blame.
It's funny because like Webb technically will go further, but he does it in a way that's not. Oh, get fucked! I totally got that. Okay, so but Webb, I feel would go even further, but he does it in a way that sounds way too like classy. That it never really feels like he's being an asshole. You're just like, oh, you're just being wet. What the fuck? I totally got that. All right, so we're gonna go again. We're gonna try this shit again. Medusa, you come here.
Come on, everybody, let's cheer for Hayden. Rat shit, bat shit,
Right.
dirty old twat. 69 assholes dying and not. Hooray! Lizard shit.
Got
Fuck!
Yes. Thank you, Skylar.
Hey, Mike, the cheer worked.
Hey, Skylar, thank you. Everybody give it up.
Welcome.
Give it up. This stream is
Welcome.
sponsored
Make
in
it
part by the
copy.
death of George Carlin. What a hero.
Me or George
All right, I do
Carlin?
that cheer again. I'm going for round 2.
All right, hang on.
God
let me
fucking
do,
damn it. You didn't do
let
it
me
in
make
time.
it. Let me make it.
No, I
let me
already
make
fucked it up.
It's okay. I'll make it ear rapey.
Don't do that. It's probably going to fuck me up. Up. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Oh damn! I was hoping you'd fuck up and be like, "See, this is what happens when you don't maybe ear rapey." You did this to yourself, motherfucker.
You have done that yourself. Wait a minute. Why is Obi-Wan wearing my bathrobe? I see you got barbecue stain on my bathrobe. You have done that yourself. I think I would know if I did that.
From my
I'm very-
perspective, the Jedi.
I think I know if I would do that. I'm very neat. And also, I do not eat barbecue. I absolutely do not eat barbecue. Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
God damn it!
That was an SNL sketch.
Quote. I
I absolutely do not eat barbecue. Oh, I'm
You know what?
sorry,
I
forgot
actually,
to-
you know, I'm not a big fan of barbecue. Do you know what I think is actually disgusting?
What?
Ranch.
I don't mind ranch.
I
like it
can't
on
stand
chicken.
that shit.
I like it on fish. I like it on salads. Oh, Caleb is asking.
I also don't like fish.
Caleb is asking with a smile. why did I not like Origins? All right, so the story with Origins is a little complicated. So, I was trying to switch from the gameplay style of Rayman 3 and like the 3D Rayman games to this 2D style that I was super duper not used to. And it felt really jarring. So right off the bat, I was really biased against it in an unfair way. But more than that, I feel Origins, they didn't quite understand their own rules yet. Origins had a lot of dumb things, like when you step on someone, that they become a balloon. So you have to then quickly run back and hit them again, which just kind of broke the flow. Another thing is when you capture the cages, or when you're trying to get the, not capture the cages, when you're trying to get the teensies, every single cage has like a little mini game you got to play, which is also really tedious. There were so many things that broke the flow, but the world wasn't built for puzzles. It was built for like flow and fast-paced gameplay. So it was really... it didn't vibe with me in the way that Legends does. Legends was so good at like being fast, being phonetic, working with its own speed and comfortability. It knew exactly what it was.
And it re-added all this, like it had all of Origins in it, didn't it?
Yes, it did, with updated maps that you had to earn in order to get them. Legends is just perfect. And that's the thing.
It makes Origins irrelevant, doesn't it?
In a way, yeah, because and that's, I think, what I was mostly trying to get at with Legends, that, you know, why not just redo the whole Origins review? Because that Legends is so good that they just took Origins and fixed everything about it and made a whole different story, and then they also gave you Origins again, but fixed and better.
Did you make Origins before the Origins review before Legends came out?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I for some reason I was thinking that you made it afterwards, and I was like, why did you even bother?
Nah, yeah. I made the Rayman reviews so that I could make the Origins review.
Oh, you did all of that just to go up to Origins, which then became irrelevant.
Yep. And then I did Legends, which was a great review. So
sums up your whole YouTube career, doesn't it?
Nuh-uh. Because
just
then Legends came out,
building up
Legends
to a review
cool.
that will eventually become extremely irrelevant.
Well, actually, in the long run, aren't all reviews and all entertainment online irrelevant?
That's true. I mean, we as humans are irrelevant.
Yeah, filthy irrelevant. Rice Gum was right. I am irrelevant. Do you even get that?
Hang on. Hang on. Stop the fucking game right now.
Yeah.
Did you just make a motherfucking Rice Gum reference in our goddamn stream? And I'm saying our. I'm Cocaine. I'm saying our.
Are you Michael Cocaine?
No, you can't joke your way out of this one. Did you make a motherfucking Rice Gum reference?
Ever? There's this guy. At
All
my
right,
school.
so everybody, I'm looking for a new Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new Cocaine.
Oh, that's what you were saying, Cocaine.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new Cocaine, and you might be thinking, Scar, I thought you were the Cocaine. Yeah, I was. Hayden's been demoted
to nothing. So now we have a new king, and we need a new.
He was
Cocaine.
demoted. He was demoted, then fired.
Then that Ed and Eddie review is fire, by the way. God bless. Yeah, man. God bless. Yeah, I really love that Ed and Eddie review. That was fun. That was like a review I wanted to do for a long fucking time. Like, I was like, why have I never talked about Ed and Eddie once? Because I adore that show deeply.
We must save her, but Anakin, she's covered in sand.
She's covered in sand. Oh, that was such a so stupid.
To be honest, the prequels in general were just fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember, like,
they're not as bad as everybody makes them out to be. Like the whole, this raped my childhood and cauterized the wound with a rusty carving knife. But they're still pretty fucking bad. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
That's okay.
It's okay. I'll never be forgiven. God has come to reap the sinners.
God has come to be a big, stupid, poo-poo brain.
I actually got no disagreement today online with somebody who, what was it? Somebody on the on a Facebook group I'm in for ASIN was asking like, "Oh, I'm wanting to get Final Fantasy games. What order should I do?" And somebody was like, "Oh, you must play all of them." And I was like, "No, you really don't."
Oh,
Really...
that's the elitist talking.
And I was like, "No, you can skip most of them. Like, you can especially skip 8." And it's like, "No, 8's a great game. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, it really isn't."
It's interesting because it shows like the division in culture between the two Final Fantasies, and not to get weird with it, but like I think a lot of people agree it was around 8 where the tone of all Final Fantasy games from there shifted.
Oh yeah, you did a Final Fantasy review, didn't you?
Shut up.
I actually forgot it. Hey everyone, hang on, check the chat. I'm gonna link Hayden's Final Fantasy review, which I'm sure he just loves me promoting.
It's a not good video, and I don't really talk about Final Fantasy at all. I was watching that video a few days ago, actually, ironically, and I noticed I don't talk about the game at all. Like, I say something like,
There's
oh man,
it's forever.
Oh
There's
man,
it's forever now.
This game is, it's like the greatest game ever or something. Like, I really don't talk about it to any extensive detail. It's a remarkably uninteresting video. I promise you.
Yeah. But yeah, what I ended up telling the person who was asking about the Final Fantasy stuff was, I was like, okay, here's my opinion. You can skip 1 through 5 if you really want to play. If you really want to play one of them, play 4 and play it on the DS. After that, 6 and 7 I think are mandatory. 6 because it's a great game. 7 because of the cultural impact. 8 you can play or skip. I recommend you skip, but apparently everyone's like, oh no, you should play it just to see how bad they can. I'm like, why would you purposely play something knowing it's going to be
oh wait, was that
bad?
The logic?
Like everyone's like, oh, you should. Everyone's just, like, it wasn't just that, they were just disagreeing with me in general, but that different person was like, why would you? No, you should play 8 because it's just so bad. I'm like, that's stupid fucking logic. Like, why you're playing a long RPG? Why, like, if it was a short game that's bad, like Who's Your Daddy or something like that, then yeah, you can get a quick laugh out of it and you can be done. But Final Fantasy VIII's not funny bad. It's just bad.
It's kind of a slog. The story doesn't make sense. There's like all the characters are really unlikable.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh no, they should play it anyways. Because I'm like, no, you can skip it. Just go to 9. 9 is another one I think is kind of a mandatory game to play.
There's the last comment on my Final Fantasy video is, I like Final Fantasy 9. And I'm like, yeah, man. Because in that video I said it's really good.
Yeah. I know. But what was the other one? Oh god, there was Final Fantasy 9. Oh yeah, then 10 is theoretically a must play. Everyone else really likes it. I don't, so maybe I'm just not seeing something. But I'm aware of the popular opinion, so maybe I'm wrong. So I just like, yeah, you can, play that one. I'm not a fan, but whatever. And then 15, and you can basically skip the rest of them. And 12 would have been a good game if, the main character wasn't the main character.
What was 12 again? Is that the I'm Captain Bosch?
Yeah, that's the one where the side character is way more interesting than the main character.
I'm Captain Bosch! I'm Captain Bosch von Rossenberg of Dalmasca! There was
I think we're thinking of the same
all right.
one. There was the one with the pirate captain who's got a, like, sexy bunny girl for, like, his sidekick.
Cool. Also, man, Caleb, I like Luigi, too. Man, you're pretty cool. Wow, nearly 15 minutes of hot, steamy, Gexoxian content to enjoy for you all. Thank you. Oh, Gexonian content. It's not good. I remember when I made it, though, I was really proud of it. I was like, oh my god, this is like the Final Fantasy review. Because I put a bunch of effects onto it, and I love effects and special effects, so I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever made, which technically, yes, it was the best thing I ever made. That doesn't make it good, but it was the best thing I ever made at the time.
Going backwards is like delving deeper and deeper in the ground. It's just gonna get darker and dirtier the further you go.
What's really funny though? History repeated itself. When I first made my YouTube channel, I made a review that people actually liked, I did a Let's Play that people sort of kind of liked, but it's kind of just its own thing that I enjoyed more than anything. And I made a weird artsy cartoon thing called Oren's Big Black Box Theory that's fucking awful. And literally nobody commented on it. And
Is
then,
it okay? Is it bad that whenever you said that it was awful and nobody cared about it, a little voice in the back of my head said, "Oh, like Emerald Eyes."
Hey, no, that doesn't count because it's not even out yet. No one can care about it yet. No one can. Oh no, excuse me.
Care about it ever if it never comes out.
Care about it. Can not care about it yet. No, yeah, and then
I apologize. That was mean. I was just like, my instinct is always to just make some snide comment. I was like, "God damn it! I feel it. I feel it coming." I was like, "God, why is this my first instinct?"
No, yeah. Until that thing is released, everyone will make fun of me about it not being released. So it's just what I live with.
It's the pain. It's the pain you live with. This is the hill you die on.
Skylar, life is just not fair, and I've come to realize this. So, you know. And the sad reality of it is, even when I release it, no one will actually care that much. So
I could make a comment about just how unfair life really is, but I can't decide if it's me. I can't decide if it's more self-defeating or if it's more insulting. I can't really decide yet.
Well, I think a lot of comments like that, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I think like to be self-defeating is a useless task because acknowledging that life is unfair is more like just understanding another aspect of life, but I don't think that's
no,
sad.
not that. I meant like I couldn't tell if the comment I was going to make was going to be more insulting to myself or if it was going to be more insulting to you, and I was like, I can't take that risk.
All right, then. By the way, in killing Prometheus, I now have ultimate power, so that's pretty cool.
Ultimate power.
Unlimited power!
I was actually referencing Billy Mandy with the thing where like he calls General Scar next door. Hello? Ultimate power. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Ultimate power! Sorry, I'm stabbing a Minotaur to death right now. I'm a little busy.
Just punch a Minotaur in the face. You're already dead.
You were already dead. I actually don't know what the saying is.
I can't pronounce it correctly, but basically just Omae wa Jingeru. Nani?
Nani?
Which is more referenced? Fist of the North Star or JoJo's?
I think it's JoJo, actually. Fist of the North
Here's the
Star,
thing,
I
a lot of
think,
the
started
references to
getting
JoJo's are just a reference to the fact that JoJo's exist, even by people who've never seen JoJo's.
Also, I think Fist of the North Star references started because of JoJo, because it reminds me a lot of JoJo. And I know JoJo got popular because they brought it back on Crunchyroll. So if you follow the chain of popularity, it goes back to JoJo.
Fair. Motherfucking Kenshiro. To quote
Kill a
to quote Bennett the Sage, can we just change his name to Kenshiro, motherfucker?
Sans and Papyrus are not better characters than Rayman. I mean, all right. Listen, Sans and Papyrus had a... This is going to be maybe controversial. Sans and Papyrus had a lot more character than Rayman ever did. Actually. They actually had development and arcs and stuff where Rayman's kind of, he's more like a goofy, fun character.
I don't think that's controversial. I think most sane people would agree with you. But then again, this is your stream, so what the fuck am I talking about sane people?
Oh, damn, son. He said it.
Yeah, I'm calling all of you out. Calling all of you out.
Imagine that a father said something.
Listen, you're all willing to stay here in a stream where I'm constantly spouting offensive and or racist shit, and yet you stay. It's like being in an abusive marriage. You just don't know when to leave.
It's more like you've already broken up, but he keeps calling you up and is like, "Hey, you want to hang out sometime?" And you're like, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Then you hang
And
out.
then you get dicked, and then you fall back in love, and then you break up again, and it just goes in an infinite cycle. Yeah. And much like life, you're just gonna keep getting dicked.
Listen, Skylar, you're not that hot, okay? I know you keep playing yourself up like that, but like, you know.
Anytime I say something like that, Brittany's like, "No, you're hot." I'm like, "Britt, shut the fuck up."
You don't know anything, woman that married me and decided to stay with me
I actually
forever.
thought you were just gonna stop. I thought you were just gonna stop at the word "woman." Like, you don't know anything, woman.
Ugh!
You don't know anything, woman. I gotta go to work. Puts on trench coat and fedora. I've got women to oppress.
To oppress. How do I... Is there any way to... Oh, yeah, there is. It's that button.
I've got women's rights to take.
Did you hear that one
Now, if
Vine?
you'll excuse me, pull out a laptop. There's a woman somewhere who has an opinion I need to tell is wrong.
There's this one Vine that I was talking to Nick about today that I love so much. This
Was it
guy's
the
like,
adult virgin one?
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
The
I knew it.
New
I
Ghostbusters movie. Man, the
And then
feminists are taking over.
Yeah,
I'm
four
an
female
adult virgin.
Ghostbusters, the feminists are taking over. I'm an adult virgin.
I'm an adult virgin. My favorite of those doopy feminist-esque quotes is something someone said on Twitter of like, "Oh man, the feminists are taking over. Can you even say hi to a woman now?" Oh.
God.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. Why is my penis bending upwards? I'm frightened, mommy.
Mother.
Listen, those are the kinds of people who will grow up to become Norman Bates. That's all I'm saying.
It's all good. He was
Except
in a
Norman
movie.
except Norman Bates was at least likable up to a point. Even then, still deemed mostly likable.
I liked him. Guys, everyone in the chat, would you give Norman Bates a hug?
I mean, probably not.
Being very honest.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I can like him as a character, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna touch him. No.
I'd probably like
No.
shake his hand once.
I know. I mean, we know where those hands have been.
On his mom.
Yeah.
It's probably really confusing for people that haven't seen the movie.
Most people know about it, though. I mean, it's the twist is more famous than the movie.
You know, I actually didn't know a lot about Psycho until like years later, but I always heard about all the tropes of Psycho. I'm curious, actually, I'd like to ask the chat this, because we don't ask the chat a lot. How many people actually know the full story behind Psycho, based on the context clues that we gave and what you've just heard from Earshot? I feel like this might fall apart, though. 'Cause
If
as
you've
soon as
seen, you know what? Yeah,
dude
if you've
says
seen the
it-
movie, if you've seen the movie, say nothing. If you have not seen the movie, kind of guess what you can about it.
Place your bets. But
yeah.
anyone that just straight
And
up knows,
if
don't
you
start
have not
brushing.
seen the movie but you've heard things, go ahead, I guess.
It's all a
guess
guessing game. It's just I'm just curious, like what people can gather. Because when I was younger, it was not very obvious to me. I knew of like, I mean, I won't say anything explicitly, but I knew like the most obvious thing about it that everyone always comments on. But then there was other aspects of the story that surprised me that I did not know were in it at all.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way. It actually made me appreciate the movie a lot more. I've been having that ever since I got out of community college and got my associates for filmmaking. Now that I understand filmmaking to a decent degree, it's weird watching movies again and being like, oh my gosh, this is important because of this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, every time you say that, like, you, I'm saying film more, I'm always waiting for you to, like, show up on stream with, like, half a shaved head and a beret and, like, the darkened glasses and the shitty French, goatee. Not the goatee, the thing, like, they just have the part at the bottom where it's, like, at a fine point.
Soul Patch, I think you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
like the very sharp soul patch, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
boy.
you know, I feel like the meaning of this movie is abortion. It's like, Motherfucker, this is Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, and he drives his train. Disgusting.
He drives his chain into the tunnel, clearly an allegory for rape.
Disgusting. I hope this movie gets banned. I'm going to. It's not a movie, it's a show, you dipshit. Yeah. And? It doesn't even understand what it is. You don't understand what it is. God! Right. That's what I was saying. Fuck is wrong with you? That's what I'm saying. Humanity is so confusing. I hate this! I hate this conversation! I'm having a conversation with myself right now.
You need to take this off the air. Man, the movie's been off the air for like 10 years. Oh, so we won.
We did it. Thank God, guys.
We did it. I mean, we can all agree this is a big deal and I'm important, right?
Guys, I'm really proud of us, especially me. Please, 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 come on, come on, come on, come on. No, no, no.
Thomas the Tank Engine
Get the
does
fuck up there! Come on!
Thomas the Tank Engine does have that grade A rape face.
He's got a scary face. He does. Night, night, Viz. Oh, Viz is out. Good night, Viz. Vizabo truly is the heart and the soul of every single stream. And I say that because he shows up to every single stream. And he shows up to all of Webb's streams, too. And he shows up to all of Nick's streams, too. So he's a good guy. Skylar, if you streamed, he'd probably show up to that one as well.
Wow, if only I had stable internet.
Oh, boy. We don't know Sans and Papyrus' backstory. We know they're brothers. That's a backstory.
Okay, actually, do they ever actually say that they're brothers?
Yeah, they do.
I couldn't remember if they do or not. It's been a fucking while.
They say it a lot. He says, like, you know, brother! Papyrus says that, if you couldn't guess. That wasn't the voice of Sans. It's me, Sans! All the girls love me!
See, now I'm imagining the Sans laugh that it always does for the voice. Just in the voice.
I voiced Sans in a lot of dubs. That was a lot of fun.
The island is fraught with danger.
Guys, we're at the... I fucking love this section! Guys, I'm gonna fucking cry. I love this game so much.
We're at the point of the stream where we're just gonna start talking about Undertale. If you have a problem with that, buckle up, sunshine.
Have you ever heard of Zarla? No, I haven't. Please explain Zarla, Emmer.
Fate of others.
Zarla? More like Daria, my favorite show from MTV.
Alright, random question. If you could visit anywhere in the world, like, even if it was a place that's normally off limits and you could go there uninterrupted, where would you go?
Minecraft.
I said in the world, you motherfucker.
That is a world.
Alright, listen here, you piece of shit.
Minecraft is real.
I was asking an introspective question here, and you just turned it into some meme shit.
It's not a meme shit, man.
Like, why stop there? Why don't we go to Dabland while we're at it, you fucking piece of human garbage?
Yeah,
I can't believe I gave you another chance. I can't believe I gave you another chance. Get your stuff out of this house. I'm going to my mother's.
Welcome to the kingdom, bitch.
Welcome to Welcome to Divorce Can, everyone.
Welcome to Divorce Can. I'm your fucking king. I am the king of divorce.
You're getting me and Brittany divorced.
No, you're not. Not on my watch.
Yes. Would you actually be upset if you found out?
I'd be horribly upset. Are you kidding me?
I'm surprised by that. I figured you'd be like, okay.
No, that would be awful.
Why?
Because?
As the husband, I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be a little sad to hear.
Like,
oh
yeah,
no, these two people that I love and respect are
just
having such hard times that they've separated. Jesus, this is awful. But why do I feel that way?
If Skylar can't make it work, how can I ever make it work? Oh no! And then we find Hayden's body the next day. When we were trying to call him to sell him, it was all just a joke.
It was just a prank, bro. That's what we said. Didn't help though. He's still dead.
I'm sorry, our internet cut out.
Did you hear about? Wait, never mind.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna kill this.
Did I hear about what, Hayden?
Nothing. It's not.
Is it a thing about somebody we know?
No, it's not actually.
Oh, you know what I was assuming, right?
I think
That somebody
But
we know
if-
somebody we know split with somebody we don't.
Oh. No? Some friends of mine have been going through some, like, messy stuff lately, but I don't know, that's their business. But no, that wasn't what I was thinking of.
No, I was referring to,
You know what? If
person-
it's messy and, like, we probably shouldn't, then why don't we not?
I mean,
We can
we've
talk
talked
about it later,
We've talked
like-
about this.
It doesn't...
The person we know is already dating somebody from out of the country.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
a lot
that's
of
what you were
people,
referring
actually.
to.
That's even my brother.
The one who we used to stream with.
Yes, Skylar, I get you.
You keep making it sound like you don't!
That's because I'm a fucking genius at this whole lying thing, but you really aren't.
I'm honest. I'm bluntly honest. I don't care.
Okay.
But either way.
But also, that is
I'm-
true. My brother is dating someone from Germany, which is very
God
sweet.
All right, listen here, Buttercups. I mean, this is referring to everybody in the stream and everybody who's not. If I coming from my personal experience, I don't think long distance relationships work even in the current country.
Shit.
They are really fucking hard out of country.
I don't know. I can't jump on this. Never been in that situation.
Jump on it.
I have
Jump up,
friends
and
who
get
are
down.
out of country, and my friendships with them are great, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a whole lot of commitment to each other. If one of you stops talking to them for a few days, it's not like, oh, God, oh, I'm alone. It's like, oh, okay, cool, they're probably busy. Whatever.
I think it also depends on personality, too. Like,
I suppose.
yeah. That's the thing. I never like when people give, like, relationship advice and treat it like there's, like, an ultimate to it. Not to disagree with you, but I'm going to disagree with you there. I feel like people's minds are different in how you interpret the world and your feelings, and if you both agree to it, then you can maybe make it work. Although the whole point of long distance is not, well, we're a couple in long distance. It's like, yes, we're long distance, but we're trying to get together so that we don't have to.
The problem is, a
anymore.
lot of people who I know try to do that, at least in my personal experience, are people who tend to struggle extremely when it comes to, like, say, financial situations, being able to keep a consistent lifestyle. I know I've had a few friends who, like, consistently moving around, not able to keep a job for super long amount of time. They're like, oh yeah, I'm getting in a long distance relationship. I'm like, honey, no.
Yeah, in that case, I mean, it's expensive
With that,
too, I'd say.
Yeah,
it's like a big plan
there's
that you gotta set up.
Yeah, I mean, if you want it to be extremely, actually serious, it's real fucking hard.
Yeah, you gotta take those steps. You gotta go through those motions. And if you're willing to do it, then hey, you've
Then
broken
yeah,
past that barrier.
Then yeah, that's fine. But the thing is, I know a lot of people who, oh yeah, I can manage this. And I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but I don't believe you can.
I believe you can. It's hard. Like, I won't say it's not hard, but you gotta understand that that's hard, so that you then figure it out.
To be fair, I'm very pessimistic about most things as it is. I mean, to the
That's
point
fair.
where, actually, again, having a fairly recent conversation with Brittany, where kind of got into a cyclical conversation of me being like, it's like, I'm wondering how long until you eventually get tired of me and just leave me. And she's like, no, why would I do that? And I'm like, it's just what I kind of assume. I assume the worst of all situations as it is, and I'm pretty sure you're fully aware of that shit.
Oh, certainly. You know what's strange about me on that note? I expect the best out of everyone around me, and I don't expect anything out of myself, which I don't know if that's healthy or not. Like, I don't really understand if I should succeed or not. I guess I just don't care either way, but I want everyone else around me to, which I'll admit has gotten me in trouble a few times.
I can believe it.
especially with Jesus Christ, Kratos. Especially with relationships. I've invested a lot of time in people that eventually stopped caring about me, and yeah, that happens too.
Oh,
so.
One Donkey Punch Man says it's all fine, Danny, until we move in together and she becomes a horrible cunt.
I mean, that's also true. Have I ever played Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, Brittany.
I have actually. You know, it's funny about Five Nights at Freddy's. Not to drastically derail, but I had a thing about Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's was one of those things, just like Slender, where when it first came out, I was like, and I think everyone was like, this is such a smart idea. This is, you know, such a clever idea. Everyone's always talked about how Chuck E. Cheese is terrifying, and they made a video game out of it, and it really works. This style of gaming is really, like, scary and tense and everything. But as
the problem is, once it enters the zeitgeist, you kind of get into a bit of a problem.
Yeah, the thing is, once you learn the rules, though, it becomes less about, oh, it's scary, and more about, like, Jesus fucking Christ, what do I do? And, like, you gotta micromanage, and you gotta think really quickly. If you watch any of Markiplier's videos on, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, he's not scared at all. He's just angry. Like, he's like, okay, we gotta get to this thing, and then we gotta do this over here, and then we gotta get, all right, and then we go back to the mask, and then we wait, and then we wait, and then we wait, then we wait, then we wait. Okay, now we're back on again, and then we have to click on this, we have to turn on that. Okay, where's Foxy? He's there. Okay, good. Now we go back, all right, and then we sit in the mask, we wait, we wait, we wait. It's like it becomes a game again. Although I think that's good, that it still stays as a game, and it still has gameplay mechanics that you can
It just becomes more of a puzzle at that point.
Yeah. I think that's good. It takes away the horror, sure, but is it still fun? Yeah. And as the series has gone on, it's, I think, gotten a little lackluster. But that's
it's gotten a lot more experimental as it's gone on, I'll say that much. Like,
but,
the
you know,
the newest one was very weird approach, which I at least commend them for, you know, doing something very drastically different.
But that's also, you know, independent design. Like, the dude's just going to do whatever he wants, and maybe it's going to come out bad. I mean, that's the same thing when you watch, like, when you read webcomics for a long time, and all of a sudden the artist becomes, like, weird and different. And he's like, well, now I want to do this. And you're like, well, maybe I don't like that. And he's like, well, I still did it, didn't I? So, yeah, in short, I think Five Nights at Freddy's is good. But, I think it's definitely transformed into something else. Also, I think a lot of people have bias against it for just existing, and because MatPat talked about it. Which, you know, definitely gives people a lot of bias. By the way, can I also say, I feel like I'm fighting a bunch of Olympiads with guitars, electric guitars.
Maybe they're liars?
Which is rad.
I don't know, maybe they're liars.
Yeah, they're all filthy fucking liars.
Sure, let's go with that. I knew the moment I opened my heathen fucking
You said
mouth.
it twice, too, so I was like, I have to make the joke. I have to. Maybe they're all liars.
I fucking knew the joke was coming. And
How about Silent Hill Tetris? Well, Silent Hill Tetris, I think, is actually a little lackluster. I know that Akira Yamaoka was
Wait. The fuck is Silent Hill Tetris?
Silent Hill Tetris is a game created by Akira Yamaoka. He's the composer for Silent Hill, and he, for some reason, wanted to fund Silent Hill Tetris. It's one of the many like arcade games you can play along with the Silent Hill shooter, and it's really just Tetris, but like with the Silent Hill skin, and I don't understand the point of it, but it sure does exist.
I don't know what to do with this information.
And then, you know, then when Silent Hill Pinball came in, I actually was really on board with it because the aesthetic of Silent Hill is really, really nice. To see it on Pinball, though, it's supposed to be so flashy, I thought it was kind of funny, in a way.
How did it turn out?
Well, it sure was Pinball, so... The one thing, though, that I thought was a little weird is, and this is integrated into the game, because they tried to put their own spin on it, if you bring your girlfriend with you when you play the pinball, if you win, she actually dies, which is a little disheartening. But I guess they were trying to be consistent with the lore of Silent Hill 2. Spoilers.
Wait, if you bring your girlfriend in... What?
If you bring your girlfriend to Silent Hill Pinball and you win, you get the high score. With her there, she dies.
Is that like a legend thing? Like, I'm very confused.
I don't know, Skylar. Why don't you go to Silent Hill Pinball in Japan and try it out?
I'm just very
I'm
confused.
taking
what
the
fuck
piss.
was...
I've never heard of
Oh.
Silent Hill Tetris, and I'm pretty sure Silent Hill Pinball exists, but I doubt it's anything special.
So you have never? You said you've never heard of Silent Hill Tetris?
Never heard of it, no. I'm pretty sure One Punch Jockey just made it up. Sorry, I took the piss for a long time because it was really funny to me.
Yeah, I thought you were actually being serious because the answer sounded legit. Like, oh, it's done by the composer. I'm like, that sounds like a weirdly legit answer. Okay.
I did, yeah, no, it's because I was like, this is starting to sound real. Let's just make it sound really, really real.
I'm just imagining Tetris where like just random jump scares and shit, which actually sounds kind of awful.
Oh, boy. Oh, have I ever played Cuphead? Yo, I beat Cuphead. Cuphead is cool.
Yeah.
I'd say, you know what? Yahtzee had such a funny way of putting it, of like, every time you fight each boss, it feels like you've just learned their entire attack pattern, only for them to then create a new attack pattern. So then you start getting incredibly frustrated, and then you have to relearn everything until you suddenly hit like this Zen mode. But that doesn't change the fact that the stupid fucking music is now stuck in your head, so you wake up the next day with your body covered in bite marks, your mattress covered in bite marks, and your spouse covered in even more bite marks. I fucked that up, but pretty much that's what he said. And it's true. You're like playing through the game, and every single boss fight, because all Cuphead is just boss fights and a couple of run and guns. And all it is
I'm gonna be honest.
attack
I
pattern.
hate the running guns more than I hate.
Go ahead.
I said I hate the running guns more than I hate the fucking bosses.
I'll agree. I think the bosses are more like fun, and the running guns are kind of like mandatory. Like, you know, oh, let's get this out of the way so we don't got to do it anymore. I have
Well,
bias
and there was a
against-
couple of the running guns where I had legitimately annoying issues, like the oh, what was it that I was having a big issue with for a long while? Oh god, what was it? I can't remember which running. Oh no, it was the one with the fucking octopus head where you have to parry off it. I was having so much fucking trouble with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I'd be like, okay, let me just parry on top of here, and then a fucking blast would come and knock my ass out away from it, and then I'd start fucking sinking. I'm like,
I was
God,
always so terrible at parrying, like all the time. God bless America. How do I get this? I got to put something heavy on that pad. I don't remember what though. Do I jump off this edge here? By the way, Amber Gray was saying the only value I get from Five Nights at Freddy's is the theory stuff. Also, Markiplier's mom playing FNAF is so cute. That's nice. I need to find something to put on that. Do I have to get it down here? Guys in the chat, what did you think of The Last Guardian? Did you think it was epic?
I believe it's pronounced Epoch. Thank you.
I really liked The Last Guardian, but I know a lot of people didn't like it, which makes sense because it is remarkably boring to people that don't like stuff like that.
I own it. I haven't even tried playing it yet. I've been waiting, and I don't know what I'm waiting for.
It's like Ico. Have you played Ico?
Oh god, very long time ago.
Well, it's like Ico if you want to try out Ico. But
Again,
with a dog.
I own it. I just don't. I haven't just set the time aside to play it, and like, it's been sitting on myself basically since I bought my PS4, and I just haven't played it yet. And I don't know why. I'm like, oh, you know, I've got a day off. I should play a game. And I like reach over toward Last Guardian, and then I stop and grab something else every time. And I'm like, I think what I'm waiting for is actually play it with Brittany, because Brittany was the one who really wanted to play it. I was like, you know what, that's fine. I'll wait. And I just haven't really done it with her yet.
Well,
Out of context, that sentence is bad out of context. I'm sorry. Just cut it. Delete the stream. Hack the planet.
Hack the Planet, by the way. Did you guys know a game reviewer couldn't get past the tutorial of Cuphead? I am aware of that legendary moment. That
Yes, it
fucking
was
guy.
Epoch from Chrono Trigger.
Who's Epoch?
Epoch was the name of the ship.
In Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, the flying ship.
Oh, I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah,
That's nice.
the Epoch.
Do you have an Xbox One? No, I do not. Next
PS4
question.
is better.
Have you ever felt like this? Tom, go. Tom,
You
stop.
ever
Why do you
roll
do this
around
to
on
me?
the floor like me?
What?
Oh God, do you actually not know what I was referencing with that?
Wait, say it again.
Do you ever roll around on the floor like me?
No, I don't. What is that?
That's from God. What was the name of the show? The Big Comfy Couch.
Oh.
It was the fucking clock stretch.
Oh.
Did you just have like a Vietnam flashback?
Yes, I did. My brother loved that show, and I watched it like kind of, and my sister adored that show. That was like her favorite show growing up. Wow, that is such a memory. When I asked
Actually,
my
if you want
dad
another-
about it, on retrospect, he was like, "Oh yeah, there was this very attractive woman dressed up like a clown. I don't know why she was in that clown makeup. She's so attractive."
Listen, don't stick your dick in Tell your dad not to stick his dick in clowns. They're genetically predisposed to evil.
Don't be mean. She was a lovely lady, probably. How the fuck? Oh, this is just an R thing. Okay.
Like anytime a baby is born, they do a test to make sure they're not going to be a clown. And if it happens, they put them down.
I'm too poor to afford a PS4.
Only wild clowns are born now in the wilderness of fucking Siberia.
I'm too poor to afford a PS4, but the dog bird looks cute. 10 out of 10. Hell yeah.
But the what looks cute?
The dog bird from Last Guardian. Someone was responding to the Last Guardian.
Oh.
Wasn't Zeus born from... No, it was Aphrodite. She was born from Kronos's, like, nutsack, right?
Uranus. Not Kronos.
Uranus. Okay. Of course his name was Uranus.
Oh wait, who did you say it was?
Aphrodite?
Okay, for some reason I thought you said Persephone.
Nah. Guys, it's Dante from DMC.
Hi, I'm a gamer and I don't like DMC.
That video sucks. I rewatched it and I'm like, all these points are garbage. Oh, it's... Devil May Cry 4 was bad because there was one scene that was kind of stupid. Anyways, let's move on. It sucks because Devil May Cry 4 has a lot of legit problems. I just didn't mention them. Oh man, he's so hot. Jesus Christ, he's huge.
In a quote that only Brittany will find funny when she watches the archive of this, you think his dick's still out?
I mean, I think so.
It was I who cared for him. It was I who kept him.
Hi, it's funny because his little butt's out.
I nurtured his
And then he emerged.
his brothers
Mother
and
of a man
sisters
now.
from Kronos. But my
Mother, it's me. I don't have a beard yet, but I'm a man now. Even though I'm a god, I'm a man.
for sparing Zeus
Have you ever played a Telltale game? Ooh, the Telltale games.
vengeance in his
Yes. I played the Back to the Future, but I did not play The Walking Dead, which a lot of people tell me is really, really good.
sins of his father.
And that's it. I didn't try a lot of Telltale games. Should I? You tell me. Man, I was really awesome back then.
Yeah, Kronos severed Uranus' genitals and threw them behind him into the sea. The foam from his genitalia gave rise to Aphrodite. I had to make sure I had that right, just because I was like, I think I've got it right. And yeah, I did.
Well done.
Yes. Praise me, everyone. Praise me.
I remember when. I remember
I remember when I lost my mind.
It's my favorite song.
Is it actually?
No. I like that song a lot, though.
Now I'm thinking. Now I'm just singing it in my head, and it's gonna become vocal. I know it.
Because when you're out there, you are out of time.
Wasn't enough, enough.
You wanna
I just know too much.
that make me crazy.
Make me crazy. That make me crazy. That make me crazy. Possibly. I hope that you're having the time of your life. That was it's my only advice. Wow, who do you think you are? Ha ha ha! Bless your soul. You think you're in control? I think you're crazy.
Well, I think you're crazy.
You're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. Hero that hard.
Guys, welcome to the Sing stream. Welcome to Sing Can.
Huh?
Welcome to Sing Can. Guys, welcome to the karaoke night.
No, it's CeeLo Can.
CeeLo Can. Haha, that's very good. CeeLo Green. My man.
I didn't expect this to turn into a sing-off. No, if it was a sing-off, I'd have sang something I could actually sing. That would CeeLo Green's Crazy is not something I can sing. It's not well.
I think you're crazy. Like, it's a song I don't think a lot of people can sing. Gotta have that high pitch, yo.
Also, if I was going to go for an actual CeeLo Green song, like, I can't sing him in general, but if I was going to go for something, I'd probably go with Fuck You.
Fuck you. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm thinking of a different fuck you. Fuck
Or
you
everybody...
and your mama, too.
No, I'm talking about the, everybody else called it Forget You, which is the censored name.
Fuck you. I see you riding around town with the girl
Town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you.
Under my discretion, I will be with
Still be with ya. Oh, now ain't that some shit?
Oh, ain't that
The other
some
fuck
shit?
you I can think of is the Lily Allen song. Fuck you very, very much.
I love that song. Yeah, that's fun. No, the one I'm
Have you
thinking of
seen?
is called.
Oh, you watched? Did you watch the animations I sent you? With the last one being that song.
Maybe.
I
How long ago
sent
did you
you.
send them?
What was it? It was the night. The songs were in orders. The night. Horror's. Not Horror's Hand. It had a different name. And then fuck you. Like it was the one with the vampire guy.
Maybe this sounds familiar, so maybe.
Yeah.
By the way, Caleb says, you should play Minecraft Story Mode. Maybe I will. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, but maybe that'll be interesting.
To play it.
I don't know anything about the whole Minecraft Story Mode thing.
Okay, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure when they say you should play this, it's not, hey, you should play this because I recommend it. It's, hey, you should play it for our entertainment. Let's be honest here.
Okay, that might be fun. Might be fun. I don't know. That's the thing. A lot of people are dismissive of games, but there's a part of me that's like, I don't know. I have a shit taste in games, so if it's shit, I'll probably still like it. But what if it's not shit, and then I do like it? Wait, that's like a singularity right there. Basically, fuck you. What if I like it, regardless of what your opinion is?
Fuck you.
I see you riding around town with a girl.
Girl, I love it. I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, the song's better when it's actually fuck you, not forget you. It hits harder.
Yeah, Forget You is like so... It misses the point. The point is like the song is all jazzy and classy, but he's just like, fuck you, you know? He's trying to keep it classy, but you gotta let that out. You gotta let that rage out, you know? So you say it in a classy way. Fuck you. Because that makes you a better
What the
man.
hell even happened to CeeLo Green?
He's dead.
Did something happen to him? I don't fucking know.
Well, people ask that when it's like, well, you haven't seen him in a while.
I know he used to be on The Voice. I don't know if he still is.
This is the voice.
Was that the intro? I don't know. I don't watch it.
I don't know. There was a guy I knew who did game reviews like me, and he made some recurring joke because he was talking about voice actors. Every time he'd say the word voice, it'd be replaced with "This is the voice," and I thought it was really funny, and he didn't, and I was like. For those long-time viewers, that was Gamers Cacophony, who I made a lot of references to in my other reviews. I made a reference to... I literally stole footage from one of his reviews and put it in my Symphony of the Night review.
Was that when your stuff started shitting out, so you just had to get some footage?
No, it's because he made a joke in it that I thought was legit funny, and just stole it.
What was the joke?
I was talking about how it's funny how the N64 was considering itself to be like high res by moving into like 3D, and they were selling it like, whoa, 2 3D games, but those 2 3D games were, you know, kind of a little, and then it cuts to a shot from Gamers Cacophony's review of the skeletons on motorcycles.
Oh, is it the thing with the fucking Skrillex music?
Yeah, and it says like
oh, that upsets me. I actually thought that was one of your jokes, and I was like, hey, that's a funny joke. I'm upset now.
Edging like a mad bitch or something. Yeah, that was
the illusion has been shattered.
You know what, though? That was a joke that was stolen from someone else. That joke was stolen from the Train Simulator bitch video. It's the same thing. He even stole the same quote, edging like a mad cunt. So really, it's a stolen joke of a stolen joke.
Oh yeah, someone says, have you played Bloodborne yet? If not, there's no excuse now. It's free this month.
It is?
I own it. I mean, I own it. Yeah, if you have PlayStation Plus, it's free.
Oh, I already have it for PlayStation. So. The thing is, my PS4 is fucking broken, so...
Wait, if you already have it, why'd you sound so excited? Where else would it be other than PlayStation? It's not on PC.
Oh, wait, shit, that's right.
No, it's PlayStation exclusive.
That's right, they're little fucking pussies, and they don't want to bring it on a good console. Hashtag PS4 is not a good console.
It's better than Xbox.
Guys, go on my straw poll. PS4 is not a good console. It broke for me, so therefore it's bad.
I mean, maybe if you stopped using it as a sandwich maker, we'd all be fine.
Listen, alright? It was said to be backwards compatible, alright? Why is it not compatible with my sandwich?
It's the when it was a PS4, I thought it was a Panini Station 4.
I thought it was a Pi 4. Why could it make pies? This is bullshit.
God, don't fucking say pie. After that video I saw on Pi Day, it's still stuck in my goddamn head.
What? What happened?
It's the College Humor did some fucking video that was I saw on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was She's My Cherry Pie, but it said it was the number pie, and it goes on for 13 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Of them. It's like, she's my number pie, 3.14159.265. Like, it just keeps going like that for 13 minutes. And the entire time, the band is, like, getting, like, more and more run ragged, and, like, they start dying.
Hashtag PS4 is a good, PS4 is not a good console. Is that what I said? I've already forgot.
I don't know.
PS4 is
would it matter?
PS4 is not a good console.
Would it matter at this point? Does it matter at this point?
Yes, it matters a great deal.
It's a great.
Is it possible to play this game without ever getting hit once?
Well, you do have to get hit by zoos, so no.
No, that's true.
I guess you don't count.
People.
I guess if you don't count that.
Hashtag PS4 is not a good system. I think the PS4 is actually a good system. I'll say that.
You know what? I'm waiting for them to actually do like a God of War collection on the PS4.
That'd be nice. You know what? They might be saving it for closer to when God of War 4 is coming out.
It's coming out so soon. It's coming out so soon that if they were going to do a God of War collection before that, then they'd be a little too late.
Oh shit! Titties, guys at the Twitch team, censor it. Bloodborne was the only reason to get a PS4. Yeah, no, Bloodborne's a lot of fun. It never gets a bad rep, I don't think. Some
Yeah,
people
no.
are like, you know, oh, it's like an easy version of Dark Souls. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. It's also a fun game with a really good aesthetic.
This is my aesthetic. This is my aesthetic. I like video games that make me feel sad.
Oh, that's great. I like playing games where I don't want to where I don't want to slit my own fucking wrists with the controller.
My favorite video game is a sad one.
I couldn't think of a game.
I like my games to seem like something that Pinhead would fucking subject me to.
My favorite video game is Ghouls and Goblins, cause I'm not a pussy like you.
You know, I was actually I was thinking about Pinhead the other day, just about the fucking Hellraiser franchise.
Oh, yeah?
And the fact that like there are so few Hellraiser movies that are actually supposed to be Hellraiser movies. There are basically 4 Hellraiser movies, and the rest of them were stuff that they just threw Hellraiser in like really late in the fact.
He's, you know, he's a character. You know, he's just a guy.
It sucks because he's got a lot of really good lines. Like when he pops up and he's threatening, like he's talking about was like tearing flesh apart. One of the guys is like, "Oh dear God," and he like looks at him really angry. He's like, "Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?"
Oh, dang.
He's fucking terrifying.
That gets controversial. Ambergray, I never said that. I never said Night in the Woods is my favorite game. Except that I actually did say that, but I was saying it as a joke.
Hang on, I'm getting a drink of milk.
I don't like Night in the Woods, okay? You stop. We're all lying.
Welcome to Hayden's Stream ASMR. I'm gonna have a glass of milk now.
and change the destiny.
The milk has gone warm.
We all heard it. It's so relatable. No, it isn't. All right. Oh, it's so relatable. You know what? I shouldn't be talking about it. I told myself I wanted to actually stream it so that I get the full experience of Night in the Woods again. Because I feel like I played it with a biased mindset. Like I was just set out to hate it. Because I'm learning something about myself. I do that a lot. Like I go into games just thinking, oh, it's going to suck. Or like the moment something bad happens, I'm like, well, somebody overplayed this game for me. Clearly they don't understand. And obviously I am right.
So what you're saying is that you're an absolute bitch boy and you need to get over yourself.
I did that with Symphony of the Night. I did that with...
Wait a minute, you hated Symphony of the Night? What was your fucking problem?
Did you not see the review?
I did, I forgot. I thought
Yeah,
you
there was
liked
a whole
Symphony
section
of the
where I'm
Night.
just like, God, this game is such bullshit. I just want to go there. Actually, that had my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
isn't that
joke.
Isn't that where Flavors shows up and says you needed to stop sucking ass?
Yeah, that had my favorite joke of like, legends tell of the legendary rest of the game, but our brave hero seems to be having some trouble, and then I die. Oh, I loved that video so much, even though it was such a mess. I really loved it. Yeah, and then Flavors shows up and he's all like, hey, what's up? I'm Flavors. I don't care about anything.
I can't betray the master.
I have money.
Welcome! And I wouldn't want to betray the master's orders.
I have money.
Welcome!
You know what? That being said, I also auditioned for a dub playing Alucard, and I haven't heard a no yet, so that would be fun. It means I have to scream Dark Metamorphosis, though, which would be, you know, cool. Soy is good. Good on toast and pasta. I think so. Welcome to Dradek's soy stream. Xbox for life. Xbox for life.
Did they call it SoyCon or Soy Stream?
Soy stream.
Oh, SoyCon is an actual convention.
Oh, what do they have there?
I guess just not. I don't know. Soy sauce. I don't know. It's an anime convention. That's literally all I know.
People bathe in soy sauce.
They bathe themselves in ketchup and soy sauce, and then they lick themselves, and they're like, "This tastes like Szechuan sauce."
And then all of a
But
sudden,
that's a bit from a Game Grumps,
they're all like,
like a Game Grumps Instagram video. Like they're like, "Yes, this is that sauce everybody's been talking about." And Aaron like takes a bite of it, and like he's chewing it, and he just looks like into the camera, it's way too close to zoom, and he's like, "It's ketchup and soy sauce."
that sounds like an Aaron thing to say. It's ketchup and soy sauce.
I'm still not a fan of it. Like, I was actually seeing people posting, like, hey, at least he was apologizing for, like, all jokes and stuff. Like, somebody's like, hey, I'm offended. And he's like, oh, you know, that's fair. And someone was like, well, people who are offended need to shut up. And he's like, I mean, if they're actually offended and I offended them, I should apologize for that. And it's like, all right. And he's like, yeah, see, Aaron's such a good guy. I'm like, yeah, that's fine and dandy and all. I still don't like him. I still think he's fucking obnoxious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I prefer Danny.
I think most prefer Danny.
Yeah.
Why
Judging
is this
by
con of soy?
judging by the number of vines, basically just everybody fawning over him. Yeah, I'd say it's about fucking true.
How much longer am I planning on streaming? You know what? It's getting late, so I don't know. Maybe like 30 more minutes or something.
And then Hayden like blinks his eyes, looks over at the clock, and it's 6 a.m. and he's played through the whole fucking game.
And then you look at your clock and you notice that it's 7 a.m. and you missed that big interview you're supposed to do. This reference is
like,
completely
well,
lost on you. This is a Brutal Moose joke. And he's like,
why do you assume I don't watch? Hang on. Hold the fucking train. Why do you assume I don't watch Brutal Moose?
I don't know, because we never talk about it. Not once.
Why would I assume you watch Brutal Moose?
Because I talk about him all the time.
I don't think I've heard you talk about Brutal Moose all that much.
I adore Brutal Moose. I think he's one of the YouTubers that stayed consistently good through...
well, how dare you assume that I don't watch Brutal Moose?
Do you watch Brutal Moose?
No, of course I don't watch fucking Brutal Moose.
Okay, so... Here we are. How about, do you watch Brutal Moose?
No, I don't.
Well, then, get. Yeah, all right, cool. So here we are. I'm Skylar, and I'm always. You want to know what my secret is? I'm always offended. Yeah. So
I wake up in the morning. I'm triggered.
Want to know what my secret is?
I'm always triggered.
Yeah, that's yeah.
A-I-O-U.
They called it Speak and Spell. They should have called it Speak Like the Devil. Do you remember the voice?
A-I-O-U. A-B-C-D-E-F-G. I will kill your family.
That was Dane Cook, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That was Dane Cook.
I remember the line, not who it was, and the fact that it was Dane Cook makes me feel dirty.
Dane Cook is all right. Come on.
To quote Spoonie, makes me feel like I paid to have sex with a monkey, a dude monkey.
A dude monkey.
Remember when he was actually liked?
That was that's one of those things where like people, you know, they make a joke from a comedian, and then they're all like, "Man, who said that?" And it's like, "Oh, is this guy?" And it's like, "Oh, never mind. It's not funny anymore." We were laughing about it 1 second ago, but now it's not funny. Now the joke has been ruined. Because Daniel Cookenstein.
What the... Amber Gates says, what the fuck? I Google Brutal Moose and it autofills Brutal Moose gay.
Yeah, that's because he's gay, and everyone's like, are you sure he's gay? And it's like, I'm pretty sure he's gay, yeah.
Okay, like, you know what? There's an easy solution to this. We just need live YouTube video of him sucking cock, then just turning to the camera slowly, opening his mouth, and as he says, "Is this enough fucking proof for you?" just comes spilling all over his chin.
So yeah, that was the thing. Is like, he doesn't come off as like particularly gay, but then everyone asks him like, "Is that true? You're gay?" Because he writes on his Tumblr that he's gay. He's like, "Yeah,
I'm always proud whenever I can say something that you just move on from. You're like, okay.
Well, look, I know you want me to say something, so...
Look, I get the satisfaction one way or the other.
Yeah, so why don't I just move on? Make it faster.
That's fair. I mean, that could also really apply to a lot of people's sex life. It's like, you know what? Why don't I just move on and get this over with faster? I'm gonna eat my burger.
Yeah, so I'm fired. So this is God of War, everyone. I hope you're liking this video. My name is God. My name is Kratos. I like to move.
He should play Dream Daddy. He'd love it.
Yeah, no, people were saying in the chat how I should play Dream Daddy. I love all the suggestions.
No.
I'm getting from
I think
people.
they were talking about. I think they were talking about Brutal Moose.
Oh, Brutal Moose? Should he? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, look,
He's not really. He's
just
never done
somebody's
dating
not straight
sims.
doesn't mean they're gonna enjoy Dream Daddy. I mean, I'm not straight. I can look at it and be like, yeah, this is not really my kind of game. Sure, I don't really like dating sims as it is.
Well, also another thing I'll say is like if you're actually thinking of stuff that's up to Brutal Moose's speed, he talks a lot about like retro stuff, like you know 80s and 90s infomercials and shit like that, and like 50s stuff. He's kind of got like a retro thing going on with all of his reviews. He has a show that I fucking love called Televoid that is beautiful and gorgeous, where he talks about like old media and movies and stuff, but it has an underlining storyline of this guy that is maybe trapped in the show that he's making or something. It sounds really dumb, but the way it was, but the way it's done actually has this weird aura of intrigue to it. Also, the fact that he plays with the audience's perspective and thinking, is this guy like a real person, or he's like, is he just like some made-up clone in order to make this show, or is he a prisoner, or is he trapped, or did they clone the original? What is this? Because then you find out there's multiple Ians, and as I'm saying it, it becomes scary and convoluted, and I love it. I think Brutal Moose is one of the is a very artistic YouTuber out there, and he's one of the few YouTubers I still really, really like, because I feel like some people have kind of fallen off. Definitely, Peanut Butter Gamer has lost me a great deal, but I think he's lost a lot of people.
That's great. The only people from the Normal Boots crowd that I even care about at this point is Pro Jared.
I love when people say that they really love Pro Jared, because I never had a strong opinion about him. But, I mean, he's not, like,
to be
offensive or anything.
No, it's a lot of the fact that just the content he covers appeals to me. Like, he does the D&D Semverse, which automatically appeals to me. He's been doing a lot of stuff with Final Fantasy, which appeals to me. That, and he's got a very weird sense of humor that I can enjoy.
You know, maybe that's why I don't like. Maybe that's why I don't like him, because I don't care about D&D.
That's fair. I was actually going to say, like, one of the weird sense of humor things that I was thinking of was when he was doing the D&D, reviewing the D&D cartoon. It's like listing all the different classes. And I was like, oh, this character is the Ranger, the Wizard, and I saw this in the last person. It's like, Martha, the Acrobat. And then it shows him like reading through it, like flipping through a D&D book. He's like, yeah, we've already got a mage and a barbarian. Maybe you could be like even everything out by being like a cleric or a druid. Or this balance could be fun. No, wait, I got it. Acrobat. That's the best class.
That's the best class.
Like, that's the best class. Like, he does like the I don't know what else to call it but retard speak, where like you just like stammer over where you're like, that's the best class.
Yeah, that's a very Peanut Butter Gamer-esque thing to do. That's the best class. Lord of the Rings review.
Like, here's how the first episode opens up. Look, it's Tiamat, the dragon. Just falls out of his chair. He's like, fucking Tiamat! What the hell? They're all level 1 and 5 of them suck! Tiamat, but because you don't do D&D, is like the mother of all monsters. And they had just entered the D&D world, and they're all basically level 1. It would be the equivalent of throwing a final boss at you on the first mission. Which you might think, oh, for video games, you probably get out of it. No, in D&D, that's how you end up with a TPK.
What is a TPK?
Total party kill.
Oh my gosh.
Where you just fucking slaughter the whole party and they all have to start again. It's too many.
That's racist. Please give me some health from this. I'm really low on health. So, Skylar, what's your opinion on Denny's? And don't worry, you're in a safe place. You can say whatever you want.
All right. Well, coming from my experience, you don't really go to Denny's. You end up at Denny's.
Why does everyone say that? Where did that come from? Is this?
I don't know.
Everyone says the same fucking thing about Denny's. Where did this joke come from?
I don't know where the joke came from, but it is fucking true. I have never consciously made the decision, yeah, I'm going to Denny's. It's been like at Ace, and it's like, all right, I'm kind of hungry. Where should we go? I mean, it's like 2 a.m., dude. What's around? McDonald's. Where's it at? Kind of a drive down that way. Let's go to Denny's. Like, it's not even that Denny's is like the worst food. It's just one of those things where, like, when you eat it, you just feel guilty, like you somehow offended your mother.
It's funny you say that because Dad would always bring us to Denny's and we would like it thoroughly. It was our introduction to diners. And then we went to substantially better diners because Denny's is not that great, we came to learn.
Yeah. I've just never been big on Denny's.
So guys, God of War is a really great game. It's very mature and it's very forward-thinking. As you can see, we're always moving forward, stepping over all the bodies of our enemies. We got the Horse Keeper key, everybody. So let's move on. That boss fight took way too goddamn long. But I'm so glad it's over. Yes, the live stream is still going. I'm going to say one thing before I go. Toys R Us is closing down.
Oh my god!
And it was an inside job. Jesus Christ secretly was in disguise. Kratos is a badass.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So, the Denny's Twitter actually posted that. So it said, someone once said you don't go to Denny's, you end up at Denny's. Do you agree? And I looked down, and one top reply was, yeah. And Denny's responded to them, soon. That's some ominous shit. Soon. I'm wondering why Denny's would post that, because that's kind of self-insulting, isn't it?
That's really funny, actually. I love that they did that. That makes
You're not supposed to wait.
It's funny. There's this one waitress that we met because she worked at a Denny's, at the Denny's. But that Denny's eventually got torn down and replaced with a Chick-fil-A. The thing is, though, that same waitress, we found her later working at a Sherry's nearby. And she was talking to us all about how, like, yeah, I used to work at Denny's and now I work here. And I was saying, like, doesn't it kind of suck to lose your job because they just, like, bulldoze the business down? She's like, well, not when it's Denny's. At Denny's, I didn't have health insurance. Now at Sherry's, she absolutely does. So I was like, oh, damn.
And found another one. It says, you're not supposed to wake a sleepwalker because they might be going to Denny's and you shouldn't interrupt their journey. That's why people end up at Denny's at 3 a.m. like, wow, how did I get here? Let's just be honest. Denny's and IHOP in the early AM is just full of stoners. Nothing else.
I do love me some IHOP.
In my opinion, it's basically just stoners and the creatures of the night like myself who are exclusively awake when the rest of the world is asleep. By the way, if we actually end up doing a movie night, I know what movie we should watch, and I feel like I think you've said you've seen this movie before and that you like it, but we should still watch it anyway.
What?
What We Do in the Shadows.
I saw it. Yeah. We should, we can watch it. Yeah, it might be fun.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie when I watched it.
My go-to tends to be like comedy stuff like that, at least weirder comedies. So my other thought was like Hot Fuzz or was At World's End.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, it's not At World's End, it's just The World's End, I can't remember.
It's the one that's not by Edgar Wright, right?
I think it's still by Edgar Wright.
Oh, is
it's
it?
part of the trilogy.
Then that's World's End.
I'm talking about the one that isn't James fucking Franco.
Yes. That's called World's End. Yeah, the one that's called the one you're thinking of is called like This Is the End, or
yeah, and they both came out in the same. They both came out roughly the same time.
Yeah,
fucking confusing. Hang on, one came out in when was it? Was it the United States in July 19th of 2013. When did This Is the End comes out?
By the way, Amber Gray, am I the only one who has new
no,
restaurant
August.
anxiety? I just kind of order the most familiar thing because I'm scared of ordering something I don't like. I got the same exact thing. Until I'm super duper used to whatever new
Yeah, what the fuck? They both
world
came out
I'm
rough.
in.
They did actually come out basically a month apart. That is really fucking weird.
Yeah, and I really hated This Is the End. I remember my brother was trying to get me super into it, like he was hyping me and everything.
I was neutral on it just for the entertainment value of some of the different comedians and stuff that were in it.
God,
Also, the design of Satan at the end was kind of interesting.
I'm learning I really don't like stoner comedies. I loved Harold and Kumar, and like that was it.
I didn't like Harold and Kumar, but I mean, I'm trying to think what stoner comedies like things that are considered stoner comedies. that I
Probably
liked.
you'd like the Pineapple Express, right?
I've seen that. I'm neutral on it. I was okay with the interview. I think I was slightly more biased towards that one just because I was glad that it actually got a release.
Because of controversy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm very opposed to censorship as it is, and the situation surrounding it bothered me.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, what are considered stoner comedies? Pineapple Express, Half Baked, Up in Smoke, Harold and Kumar, or The Big Lebowski. Yeah, I guess The Big Lebowski could be considered a stoner comedy. The Clerks movies, Jay and Silent Bob, especially. I don't like Jay and Silent Bob, so that's.
Oh, you didn't
fine.
like Jay and Silent Bob, dude?
No, I said I did.
Oh, okay, good. I was super duper into that one. I guess
This
that
is
a
the
stoner
end.
comedy, isn't it? Oh, there's Bill and
Yeah.
Ted.
Is that stoner comedy? I don't know.
I mean, stoners
There's
probably
also-
enjoy it.
Yeah, that's fair. There's also the Friday movies, Tenacious
Friday.
D and The Pick of Destiny.
Oh, that one is pretty good.
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski sucks.
oh,
Superbad was good though.
Oh, wait, did you say Big Lebowski sucks?
No, I was reading a comment. I've never seen Big
Oh.
Lebowski.
I like it. Big Lebowski sucks. Superbad was good though. Jesus.
I was not a fan of Superbad.
Yeah, me either. I basically have the exact opposite opinion of this person. But I do see one on the list that Brittany enjoys. I fucking despise.
Yes.
Biodome.
I don't like Biodome. Yeah, that's fair. I've seen Biodome, and I
Yeah, she's like, oh, I have nostalgic feelings for that. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
That's valid,
The movie's
yeah.
still shit.
That's a valid thing to think, you know. It doesn't make you any less wrong, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. Opinions on Cheech and Chong? Never saw it. I know it's a
No
part of, like,
opinions.
stoner movie history, though. So it's got that going for it. But yeah, also, to bounce off what Amir Gray was saying, I wanted to finish that thought about the restaurant thing. Yeah, whenever I go into restaurants that are like Mexican restaurants or Indian-themed restaurants, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So I try and order something as simple as possible. So I'll always be like, I'll have the burrito. And like, that's it.
What was the thing I was gonna fucking say? I
Anyways,
just
yeah.
blanked. God damn it! What the fuck was it? Oh, this is going to bother me. What were we talking about a second ago?
Stoner comedies. What stoner comedies out there? We talked about...
Oh yeah, then I said Biodome
Yeah,
and
Biodome. Brittany likes You Don't. Nostalgic feelings for why she likes it.
I can't remember what I was gonna say before I get stuff. Oh, right, now I remember. Okay, so did I tell you that I almost signed Brittany and I up for the Satanic Temple? I'm not kidding.
You did not say this.
Yeah, so I actually was very much considering, and not for like even just joke reasons, but I was actually considering signing up for the Satanic Temple. And she's like, "Why?" And I was like, well, for one, I have a lot of friends who are members of the Satanic Temple, and two, everyone keeps saying like, "Oh, well, you have to have some belief," and I feel like if I have this, at least people will leave me the fuck alone. And
People
honestly,
actually
I
get on
don't
you
have
about
an
that?
issue. I actually don't have an issue with the Satanic Temple in the slightest.
Shit, missed my window.
Like I don't like the Church of Satan, but the Satanic Temple's a bit different. Well, not even a bit
Yeah, I've
different.
heard
It's like
people talk about the difference between like, you know, being like some crazy pagan and actual Satanism.
the like when you get the like stereotypical image of like Satanists like doing the whole rituals and everything. That's more Church of Satan. Satanic Temple is more recent sect, which weirdly enough, it was made as a kind of a satirical joke by a college to prove a point, and it got way out of hand. But basically, a lot of stuff that you'll see them involved in is not like, oh, we have celebrities who are a part of this. It's more like however many months ago it was, where the what was it? The bunch of Christians put these statues of the Ten Commandments outside of the courthouse, which no. Everybody was like, hey, you can't be doing that. You gotta keep a separation. Like, oh well, we're just putting this up. Like any religion could have put up a statue or anything. And so the Satanic Temple responds with, oh, okay then, or bought like a big marble statue of Baphomet to put next to the Ten Commandments.
Oh.
So it's like, you know, if anyone's allowed to do it, we should be allowed to do it. And then they took down the fucking Ten Commandments statue.
Ooh.
So it's a lot of shit. They do a lot of shit posting of being like, if you're gonna do this, we're gonna incorporate Satan into this. You can't stop us. Or like when the
Satanists are honestly the trolls of religion.
kind of, yeah. Or like when the was it in, I think, Texas or Georgia, the school was handing out like Bibles and stuff. They're like, oh, we're just exposing them to 8 different religions. They handed out satanic coloring books to the elementary school students.
Oh boy.
I heard that, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Were they good coloring books though?
I don't know.
Did they offer a lot of colors?
I kind of want.
By the way, Amir Gray is saying, my brother, hey, want something? Me. I would like 1 toast, please. Which I thought was pretty funny. I would like 1 toast, please. One pizza with extra pizza. The Church of Satan is
like
the Bugs Bunny of religion.
The Church of Satan is the Bugs Bunny? Do you mean the Satanic Temple? Again, there's a difference. If you're saying the church, I'm curious on that one. Is it just like the established one? I don't know. But yeah, like I actually think some of you guys might find this interesting. The 11 Satanic Rules of Earth, which is the other reason I was, down with the sickness with them. 1, do not give opinions or advice unless you are asked. 2, do not tell your troubles to others unless you are sure they want to hear them. 3, when in another's home, show them respect or else do not go there. 4, if a guest in your home annoys you, treat them cruelly and without mercy.
Without
5,
mercy.
Yeah. 5, do not make sexual advances unless you are given the mating signal. 6, do not take that which does not belong to you unless it is a burden to the other person and they cry out to be relieved. 7, acknowledge the power of magic if you have employed it successfully to obtain your desires. If you deny the power of magic after having called upon it with success, you will lose all you have obtained. That one's the kind of weird one. 8, do not complain about anything to which you need not subject yourself. 9, do not harm young children. 10, do not kill non-human animals unless you attacked for your food. 11, when walking in open territory, bother no one. If someone bothers you, ask them to stop. If they do not stop, destroy them.
I remembered someone posting that list of the rules of Satanism, and then the next thing that was posted in response is someone writing a letter, and on the piece of paper it said, "Mom, Dad, today I learned I'm a Satanist."
Yeah. The thing is, like, I was reading, I was like, oh, being probably kind of weird. And then I read that, I was like, fuck, I could actually roll with this.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot easier to roll with than the 10 Commandments are. The 10 Commandments are kind of vague, open to interpretation, and
All you
A
have
couple
to
of them
do
are
is
kinda
honor thy
stupid.
neighbor, and something else.
Was it in the words of George Carlin? It's like he was shortening the Ten Commandments to what was it, down to just 2? Like he's like, "Do not covet thy neighbor." I mean, what has coveting ever been a fucking problem? If you you can covet all you goddamn want. It's not an issue unless you do something about it. He's like, all right, so we can take that one and throw it the fuck out.
What is
He
coveting?
just goes
mean?
through and gets it down. He gets it down to 2, and he just keeps shrinking the list.
What does coveting actually mean? Because that's
Oh,
lost on me.
wanting.
Wanting.
Like, do not cover thy neighbor's wife, or do not cover the property or anything. It's like if you're like wanting something, that's fine. You know, having wants is what keeps the world fucking turning. It's like
It's
he just
different if
loses
you do
his.
something about this.
Yeah, it's something I don't know. It was something I had some entertainment of, and the only reason I haven't done it is because I was joking with Brittany about it, and she's like, you know, I'd have been okay with you signing up if you hadn't said you were talking to me. I figured you just wouldn't care that you'd get a laugh out of it, and she's like, I would, but I'm a little weirded out that your first thought is, you know what'll make my wife laugh? If I sign her up to be a Satanist.
I mean,
And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll sign myself up. She's like, where are you gonna put the certificate? Because you actually get a certificate saying that you're a member of the Satanic Temple.
hang
And I
it
was like,
up.
probably like on the wall next to our marriage certificate. And she's like, okay, now you've lost me.
This is fucking bullshit. This game is broken. Yeah, no, you should do that.
Is the game actually busted?
No, it's not. I'm just bad at it.
Aiden, bad at a game? I never expected this.
This game is fucking broken. All right, let's play it again. Alright, so we go down.
Somebody said I need to watch more George Carlin. Yeah. I mean, we so far I've referenced George Carlin twice in the stream. One was about him shortening the Ten Commandments, and the other one was the cheer, which, you know, to jog anybody's memory. Rat shit, bad shit. Fuck! I just blanked. What the fuck? That was weird.
Rat
Like,
shit,
I had
bad
it.
shit.
And oh yeah, rat shit, fat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in the knot. Hooray! Lizard shit. Fuck! That was weird though. I blanked hard. Like it was like walking into a field of fog. I was like, where the fuck am I?
Oh boy. Oh, we actually hit 3 hours. Oh man. All right, so once we get to this next area, I think I'm gonna call it because I'm also starting to feel the sleepies, and I'm getting a little hungry too.
I'm feeling it a little bit too.
It's funny. I was talking to Webb yesterday, and we were past like the 4-hour mark, and Webb was talking all about how like, yeah, I'm ordering pizza with my boyfriend, and I'm so looking forward to pizza, and I was like, I am so goddamn hungry right now. Hey, Chad.
Wait, is Webb? Hang on.
yeah.
Is Webb gay? I didn't know this.
Yes, Webb is gay.
No, I actually didn't.
I'm sorry
didn't
you
know
were
that.
the last one to hear this. Yes, Webb is gay. He's a very
You're
big...
telling me I had a chance?
Webb is a big advocate of sexuality. He's in an open relationship with his boyfriend, but he cares about him very much.
So you're saying there's a chance?
And he's a big sweetie, and he always talks about sexuality and dating and all that. Yeah, no, Webb is super duper gay.
He's another. Yeah, so I think he might be kind of similar to me with the open sexuality. I don't know. Maybe at least judging by the open relationship part. Because I've actually had this discussion with Brittany before, which the conversation basically boiled down to me telling her like if there was ever a point where she was like really attracted to somebody and wanted to, you know, do things with them, I would actually not have an issue with that. She's like, "What? Like, do you not care about me?" I'm like, "No, I do. I just don't really care if you're all having sex any more than I'm sure you care if I'm in the bedroom masturbating. It's a thing you do, and I don't care."
Oh, by the way, later, Caleb. I see.
Yeah, I don't know. Like she finds that line of thinking weird, and I'm like, it's just the way I think. I don't care what you do or who you do things with in that regard. It's just never been something that I'm particularly possessive about. Like, no, only we have sex. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, she doesn't do anything, and I don't either. because I know that she's not down with that. But
Very respectful.
no, it's just kind of not what she likes. But I pointed out to her that I just don't care. I don't value like I don't really value the physical intimacy of a relationship as much as like the actual intimacy of a relationship, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. You feel that there's
Or not, maybe not intimacy is the right word I'm looking for. Was it the emotional commitment, I suppose? And even then, if she were like, "Oh, I have feelings for another person as well as you," I'd be like, "Okay."
Uh-huh.
You know, have a little chocolate with your vanilla. You can do what you want, which sounds like a race thing, but it's not meant to be. I promise.
One Punch Donkey's like, dude, Webb's gay? Question mark. Yes.
I feel like I'm being insulted.
Webb is gay.
I feel like I'm being insulted.
Webb is gay, everybody. Hope that you all catch on to this. Because Lord knows I love pointing it out all the time.
You know what? I think that Brittany is the well. No, you too, maybe. I don't know.
I think Brittany's
I was gonna
the
say
gayest
Brittany.
person I ever met.
Huh?
I keep going.
I was gonna say I think Brittany's like the only like completely straight person I know. But then I was like, wait, is Hayden straight? I don't remember.
That's the thing. When it seems like so many people I know nowadays are so comfortable about being on the level and not completely one way or
And
the other.
you're still unsure where you fit on that.
Yeah, I'm almost certain I'll never really know, and I think that's okay.
I mean, the most you can really do is try and find what makes you happy. If you can figure out the established label for it, good for you. If you never find out what the label is for it, then whatever. As long as you just know what actually makes you happy, whether people
what's
know
like
it.
on a personal basis, like I think my bigger problem is that I invest too much in people, whether it's like boy or girl, and then I get way too invested in their lives, and I think that's separate from gender, and that's a much bigger problem I should be focusing on rather than is it a dude or is it a guy.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I mean, I don't know if this is gonna sound judgy or not, but like from like seeing past experiences with him, because me and you've been friends for a while, you do tend to get very invested in people, not necessarily just in that regard, but just in general, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, you're a very empathetic person, I think is a good way to word it.
Yeah.
Without coming off as me being insulting or anything.
Yeah.
But
that can be
that can be both a positive and an extreme negative.
Yeah, and I've seen it become a horrid negative in a lot of ways. For lack of a better word, I have been manipulated a lot of my life. And a lot of it never seems to really click with me. Although this recent relationship breakup, which is funny because I didn't even break it up. She broke up with me, but coming out of it and the fact that it's almost been a full year now has made me kind of fully realize where I stand emotionally. Hopefully I can like figure this out. Maybe it means that I just don't trust people for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's something that I had a bit of issue with at one point where was it shortly after me and Cricket, which I think you remember her. After me and her broke up long time ago, like I kind of realized that I have a bad habit of like when I'm not in a relationship, I just want to be in a relationship again. Just because I think it's also the fact that at the time I was living at home with family who didn't give a shit about me and just not having anybody there to really care about me in that kind of way bothered me. And I kind of realized that. Thankfully, like right after I realized that, I was like, well, fuck, man, I should just, relax for a while. And then I found Brittany, and I was like, okay, this is fine. And I mean, it's worked out. It worked out all right, but I mean, it could have gone badly.
Yes. When you're in that, like, very sensitive emotional state, you can easily fall in with someone that will definitely take advantage of that. And there are people out there that not only
I think that's why I decided to try and date Brittany in the first place. Is I was pretty damn sure she wasn't going to manipulate me. I was like, I just need to try somebody who I actually trust. And I'd gotten to spend a lot of time with her while me and Cricket were dating. And I was like, you know what? I'll see where this goes. And it went well. I mean, I waited like, how long was it? From when I broke up to when me and her started dating was like 2 months, maybe 3. It might have been just, yeah, it was probably around 2. But actually, it might have been a little bit longer than that. But no, I was like, you know what, I'll try it again. I'll just go on a date and see how this goes. And yeah, it went well.
Yeah.
At least I think it went well. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to see if she wants to go on that second date. But
Yeah.
yeah. Also, it's a good thing that she likes basically all of my friends. Hell, she keeps messaging me like, "Hey, I'm gonna message Hayden these memes." Why the fuck do you talk to Hayden more than I do?
I don't know, because I'm fucking cool, dude.
And then, no, it was more so like not just like why do you talk to him more than I do. It was more, why does Hayden answer you more than he answers me?
Because Brittany's fucking cool, dude.
I will kick the shit out of you.
You said you were open to a open relationship.
That's true.
Why can't I
That is
date
true.
you as well as Brittany?
I actually, and I feel like she'll throttle me for this. But at one point, I actually was telling her, like, look, like when she was hanging out with Jesse a lot, I was like, I mean, if you two were, doing things, I'd just like to know. And she's like, are you accusing me? I was like, no, not really. I know you wouldn't have done anything.
I am
like,
asking, would you?
Yeah, I'm like, would? Yeah, and she's like, no, I don't. She doesn't believe in trying anything with somebody that it's already clearly not worked in the past with. So, which I'm like, yeah, that's fair, but I'm just saying, live your life. It helps that I'm not a spiritual person in any way, shape, or form, which is probably another reason why I don't care about signing up to be a Satanist. I don't really give a shit.
Also,
I'm
the
of the opinion that
paperwork is so tedious,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just of the opinion like you get you're guaranteed one life. Anything after that is questionable at best. So you may as well work with what you have, and you should just kind of try and do whatever feels right for you without ruining everybody else's life around you.
That's what's always like funny for me is that like all my relationships have always been me living for them. So in all honesty, and it's very weird to admit this, I have no idea what I want. I do things
in
for
like
other
in
people.
like a relationship, or like in what regard?
Well, it's funny. In life, I know that I want to make art and be like funny, but the entertainment factor. This is getting very meta, but making videos and being entertaining is like slightly like an ego trip. Like, man, look at how funny I am. But the other half of it.
No. I don't think it's necessarily an ego trip thing. I think it's also because the way you've worded it in the past is I think that you are somebody who likes to put a creative work out there as if even if it's possibly unrealistic, just because YouTube won't last forever.
Well, yeah,
but the idea that your legacy will can outlast you, whereas otherwise you could fade away. At least that's the way I've kind of viewed a lot of things. Like me working on card games, various companies, it's like my contribution to the world will last longer than me, even though I know that there's a good chance that I'll outlast my contributions.
Yeah, and
it's kind of like having one of the reasons that, you own a child, you want to have a legacy. It's quite a bit different than having a kid, but you get the idea.
So can I finish?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, it's like that. Yeah, like trying to put myself out there in like a way, but it's also like I'm trying to like communicate to a big audience and meet like new people and like get these new experiences where I talk to new people. So I guess one thing I want is to meet people and meet like different personalities. Because whenever I meet someone that's really weird and really interesting, I want to talk to them forever. And I want them to tell me every little weird thing about them. And I can't tell why. And I don't know if it's because I care about them or because I relate to weird people because I've grown up with a lot of weird people. Or maybe that's just what life is. You just are attracted to things that are unnatural or, unnatural. But that's one thing. So a lot of people I've dated in the past are people that are weird or like need help with something or whatever. And then I grew up around my mom, who like always loves working at hospice, worked at a bar so that she could like help all the drunk dudes out, like all this shit. So I grew up around a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, be helpful, be nice to people, be blah, 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 blah. Which is on the surface a good thing, but what I'm coming to learn is that when you live your entire life only helping people, there's a lot of people that don't need any help, but would love if you did all the work for them with no payback at all. And there's a lot of people that are very uncomfortable at the idea of you always wanting to be helpful. Sometimes when you come off as being this overly helpful person, people don't like you, and you just seem like a strange person, and they don't want to talk to you anymore, and they don't want to know you anymore. Which is a really, kind of sad thing to swallow, but that's just the truth. Sometimes when you're a nice person, it doesn't really mean anything. Or it means something, but it's not what, it's not going to get you very far, I guess. No,
Yeah.
that's not entirely what
Well,
I mean.
I
'Cause the
kind
thing
of
is,
I get
know
what you
people-
mean. I get what you mean.
I know people that are, there's being polite and then there's being over obsessive. I think that's it. And I've definitely crossed the line once or twice into obsessive with people's problems, where like someone has a problem that clearly only they are able to fix, but somehow in my mind I feel I can also help them, and that's just not the case.
Is it that you kind of also view it, maybe not as a project, but as something that is, for some reason, some way, like illogical way, shape, or form, a responsibility that you should take on with them?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Another thing I was thinking whenever you're saying like that you surround yourself with kind of weird people, it seems like from the people I've seen you like talk to and have on streams and that I've talked to that were your friends originally and everything,
And yourself.
fucker. It seems like you like to keep yourself surrounded with people of very different opinions, which is a very open mindset to have, and just kind of get to vicariously experience different mindsets. Which is another form of like exploration and that kind of thing. Which also I think, since you said before you don't exactly know what exactly you want in life and everything, it seems like it might be something that's that could perhaps help you. How do I word it? Help you figure out what you want in life by figuring out how their life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's just a theory. I'm not going to go any further than that.
Yeah, that's also like half the battle is like trying to figure yourself out. And I think I've never ever wanted to take the time and sit down and figure out who the fuck I am.
It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing to do, because what do you do if you don't like who you are? The obvious answer is change your stuff. It's more difficult than a lot of people who haven't obviously done it seem to make it sound like, oh yeah, you can change yourself easily. No, you really can't. It's not. It doesn't work like that. I mean, there are people who need to go through years and years of therapy just to try and improve some of their negative behavior. They're like, yes, I know this is a problem, but I don't have the tools, or at least I don't have to utilize the tools to fix it. Because being introspective is one of the scariest fucking things you can do.
Also, I suffered from depersonalization disorder for like 5 years of my life, which made me like a blank slate mentally. And so a large chunk of my life has been, well, not a large chunk, but like, let's say a decent chunk of my life was me with my brain shut off and just learning to cope with the idea that I had no feeling and nothing felt real. And so if people piss me off, oh well, I can't really afford to care. And I had anxiety, so I can't trigger anxiety, so I can't let myself get too excited about things for real. I can Boy, this is getting really, this is getting really real. Sometimes I'll fake getting excited about things, but on the surface, I really didn't feel anything. It is something I
actually kind like, because of the fact that we've talked about that in the past.
Sure.
It is something I do kind of agree with you, is that that's not just a past problem, that it is something that could creep up again. Because sometimes it does seem like you maybe not internalize any issues you have, but you kind of set them aside rather than improve them. Because I know, like, we've had like conversations where we're like, yeah, everything's good, but then like you talk about all the stuff going on, it's like, are you sure you're good?
It's
like, do you need some, I don't know what's the name of the antidepressant, the like common antidepressant medication.
I can't tell if like antidepressant
do you need a Prozac milkshake?
Prozac milkshake. You know what's actually sucky? I used to take medication for anxiety, and it made me anxious. So my doctor was like, "Okay, let's stop taking that now." And I've actually been off anxiety medicine for 7 years, so that's pretty good.
Good on you.
You know what? I used to have panic attacks, and then I just got over them. So that's the other thing. It seems like I'm able to solve all my physical problems on my own, which I worry means that there's a part of my brain that thinks everything will work out and I don't have to worry about these problems because they will just go away. Just like my anxiety that just went away.
It's a fair worry, yeah. It's that really awful in-between spot of, like, you can't throw yourself into that thought process completely. Otherwise, you're going to just kind of drive yourself insane. But at the same time, you can't just ignore it, because if it is a problem, it's going to it could potentially get worse. It's that like awful possibility. It's the awful combination of two possibilities. Where you have to find that nice, sweet spot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of all life is just finding the sweet spot to where you can just kind of walk down the middle and not have to spend all of your time thinking about all of your stress, but at the same time not ignoring that you could be stressed out and could be helped.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people will do one or the other. Both sides think the other ones are being dumbasses.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's also definitely a part of me that thought, like, if I got into some kind of relationship, then that would just fix my mind.
Improve. Yeah, that's a common mistake, and
which is
something I've done way too often.
Quite an error. That is.
Yeah,
that is
I mean,
100% not true.
Yeah, I will say, like, being with Brittany made things better, but I think being with her isn't what made it better. It was the circumstances surrounding it that made things better. Like, being with her allowed me to get the hell out of a toxic environment, but it wasn't necessarily her that made the environment stable. It was just that she got me out of the environment. I'm not saying, like, that she doesn't help. She obviously does. But you kind of get what I mean, right? That it's the situation surrounding the relationship, not always the relationship itself. At least
you got yourself into a much better position, which gave your mind a different perspective to work off of.
Yeah, and it allowed the relationship to actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I feel very trapped living with my parents, and that's why I put money off to the side and I try and get school done as well as possible, because I just want this shit to get over with. Because that's another aspect of my life is I feel like I'm always waiting. I'm waiting to get out of community college. I'm waiting to get out of regular college. I'm waiting to get out of this bar job so that I can have a better job. It actually honestly feels like I'm waiting for my life to start, which is such a strange feeling. You know?
I mean, it's pretty common, especially when you've especially when you're somebody who can identify, like, patterns in your life that you keep falling into.
Yeah. I think it's also because of the whole depersonalization thing. Like, you're like, because all you do with depersonalization is you just wait. You wait till your anxiety attack is over, or you wait until you calm down. And and I worry that it's like, is that not progressive? Should I be doing something that'll make this happen faster, or is that me just overanalyzing again? Speaking of overanalyzing, I don't know how the fuck to get past this stupid part. Fucking broken ass God of War game. This is the real problem, honestly. Like, come on, guys.
This is the real problem with all you're saying. Like, if you could just get past this, all of your stress would just melt away.
Jesus Christ. Like, honestly, like, everyone always says, oh, you should talk about your problem. Bullshit. I need to just beat God of War 2 for the PlayStation 2, and I will get all of my problems fixed, honestly.
You're gonna go on Dr. Phil. It's like, so I hear you've got a new this is my awful Dr. Phil impression. I hear you have a new way to treat mental illness. Yeah, it's called Beat God of War 2, you pussies.
He's like, can't be done, get him out of here. I don't like this guy. How the fuck do I do this?
Still around? Is Dr. Phil still around? Like, I don't mean is he dead, I just mean, like, is he still, like, relevant?
Sorry, I started reading the chat. I didn't go completely quiet.
Oh, it's fine. I was like, God damn it, did we lose this stream again? No, I said, is Dr. Phil still relevant at all? Like, I haven't shit about him in a
I think he
long
still does
time.
his show, but in the same way people like still do a show in Vegas. It's like, yeah, they're still alive, but I don't watch them.
The only shows I can think of that are still going on that are like in that vein of like exploiting white trash people is like the Maury Show and Jerry Springer. I don't know if both of them are still going on, but I mean, I think everybody agrees the Maury Show is the better of the two.
What is the button to freeze time in God of War? And someone doesn't just answer the question, they send a fucking link to somewhere else that... Just give me this long ass... Does it say time stop somewhere? Please? This is not helpful. Thank you. Thank you for not being helpful. God of War for the PlayStation 4. That's my favorite game. Divine Retribution, blah, blah, blah. No, not cheats. How do I slow down time again? Please, someone just give a straightforward answer. L1 and R1? What the fuck? It works now? It literally didn't work before. I was...
Are you gonna be okay?
Yes.
I do feel like we are going kind of long, so I think after you get to the next save point, that'll probably be a good time to end.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the next save point.
I mean, especially because we went from like playing the game for a while, we talked about a lot of various topics, we got some offensive jokes in, which is always a plus, and we talked about various mental issues, which is another good plus.
Yeah, it's basically an episode of Fuckman.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically I was being partially sarcastic, but also serious. I think it genuinely does help. Various things. I don't know. Is it easier for you to talk about these things with the camera rolling or harder?
It's a lot easier when it's not rolling, actually. But...
And yet we consistently do this!
Yep. Well, Skylar, we never really talk unless we're streaming. You ever notice that?
Yeah, I've tried to fix that issue and it never goes anywhere.
What the fuck? Just text me. Don't call me. I'm driving. I'm busy.
I have told you consistently, I fucking hate text.
All right,
like,
this is news to me.
Here's my belief. Like, in the amount of time it would take for me to text you, hey, what are you doing tonight? For the message to get to you, and for you to read it and text back, nothing. Do you want to stream? Send the text. Me to read it after I finish whatever the fuck I just started doing, not realizing you were going to text me right back. In that amount of time, could have gone like this. Ring, 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 ring. Hello. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Nothing. Do you want to stream? Yeah, sure. We took 10 fucking seconds, Hayden!
It was not 10 seconds. All right? It was 15 seconds. And also, I was pouring a glass of milk when you fucking called me up, so I had my hand on one and my hand on the other little milk, and I had to balance the cup. It was really scary. All right?
Listen, Hayden, you can let go of your dick for 5 seconds and just answer the damn
That's not the
phone.
milk I was talking about, and you know it.
I know nothing. I accepted that when I got out of high school. I know nothing. I am not prepared.
You know what else I noticed when I coming out of this last relationship is that not to harp on this, but this just crossed my mind.
Okay, you're gonna fucking hate me for this. I thought you were gonna say coming out of the closet, and I was gonna be like, what the fuck?
No, definitely not.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Hayden.
No, but
the world is your oyster. You just need to seize it.
Bam.
You need to seize it with those rainbow flags.
No, sir. No, but I think I often the people that I'm like attracted to, I think out of like a way of avoiding my problems, maybe I often like talk to people that never ask me about my problems. Like anybody that's ever tried to like ask me about like serious stuff or challenge me in any way, I've always been like, man, they're really rude. I don't want to talk to them anymore. But then people
kind of natural. I mean, that's a natural reaction. I like how you started this up again. By the way, I didn't.
I'm sorry, right? That just crossed my mind. You know what's funny?
Okay.
I was looking at the stone woman, and I was like, man, that reminds me of. Why does it remind me of?
I mean, it's fair. I mean, it makes you. It's natural to be kind of freaked out by the things that challenge you like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Steven Stiltman.
Whoa! By the way, guys, the trick for this is you got to use the block.
Oh wait, no, they're not stilts. They look like they have like crutches. It's Peter Polio.
Got him.
Bye, bye, Tiny Tim. Not so tiny anymore.
Boosh! I love when people die.
Boy, when's the next save point? Am I right, gamers?
Am I right, you gaming slut fucks?
Man,
Do you have
video
a
games
I have a-
are hard.
Do you have a nickname for your stream watchers?
Yeah, sex perverts, remember? No, I don't actually. Visaba really wants it to be sex perverts, but it's not fucking sex perverts for very obvious reasons.
Like that sounds like something that I could imagine like the Slut Pit using for their nickname. But it's the Slut Pit, so they're just called the Sluts.
I mean, I call everyone like, hey, fellas. No, I don't say that. Hey, guys. I could just call them guys.
That's not a nickname.
It's not a nickname at all, though, yeah.
I don't know, I was just thinking about it just because, like, earlier I was watching, what was it, not overly sarcastic, Let Me Explain Productions, or Let Me Explain Studios, Rebecca Parham's channel, and I was just, like, thinking, what she called her explainers and entertainers, her little oodle lollies, and I was like, I just realized, like, Hayden doesn't have a fucking name for anything. I forgot about it until this moment.
Well, I call the viewers complete strangers. Although I haven't said that in, like, my new and improved episodes, so I don't know.
Any particular reason?
No, it's just not crossed my mind. See, the format is a lot more like start and then immediately stop. Like, you know, because I don't want it to feel like I'm locked into a format that I have to follow that'll make me bored. Where it's like, you know, okay, I then have to wrap it up in a way where I make some long conclusion at the end that, you know, summarizes everything we already talked about. It's like, I just go until I'm bored.
Yeah. Although
with the Nintendo Direct one, that was a really easy way to end it, because I'm like, yeah, end it with the Smash meme. That's, you know, what everybody wants.
Donkey Punch says sex perverts would make sense, though.
It wouldn't make... What? No!
It kind of would.
My show is not fucking sexual at all. It's just when I talk to my friends. And it's never me that says it.
No, it's always me who does this offensive shit. Why do you keep bringing me back?
It's because you won't fucking leave me alone. You call me every day and you're like, I want to be on this team. I'm Scott. I'm sorry.
And then after this, you never hear from me again. Sad.
Okay, I make like a video of like, guys, I'm sorry. In the last stream I said some dumb shit, and
Skylar, come back.
I haven't heard anything from Skylar.
Like you just put like an old school VHS in a fucking cassette player. Yeah, and yes, I said that correctly. A VHS and a cassette player is doing like the baby, come back. You can believe it.
Oh, me. It's my dick in a box.
You know what is an actually terrifying thought, though?
What?
That one day any of your online friends could log off forever, and you'd never find out the reason.
Yeah, somebody made a post about that.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, that is fucking upsetting.
You know what else is sad? There was a time back in your childhood when you and all of your friends all went outside to play for the very last time, and you didn't realize it was the very last time.
Yep.
Yep. You know what's actually kind of funny? There was one time when me and my friends all went out to my backyard and we played on the very last day of summer. And I like to think of that as like the very last time I played with my friends, because after that we all went to middle school and kind of stopped doing that. So, yeah. Although I'm pretty sure it wasn't the very last time. I'm pretty sure they came over some other time too. Excuse me, where is a save? I would really like one.
Is it down there?
It's down where?
I don't know where the fucking field's at. I have no fucking...
I'm down here now.
So now we look.
Medication is almost never a good long-time solution. Sometimes I think medication gets a bad rep. I say this because I know a few people that legitimately were having horrid mental problems, and then they got on a system of medication and have only really seemed to improve since. Usually people that were like suffering from like anxiety. Though that's the thing is like I think mental illness varies because it's your brain and everyone's brain is different. And your brain is always changing too, so that's the other thing.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any question? Yeah, are you saying that my brain on drugs is a healthy, nutritious breakfast will make my brain grow? Shit, I should do more drugs.
That guy was on the moon.
Ooh. Is it bad that I actually didn't realize at first that that was Buzz Aldrin?
I love how JonTron gets political sometimes. You were a liar and a coward and a
I don't think it was political. I think it was just funny that the guy ran into. Like I thought what he was saying was that guy went in response to the guy getting hit, and I was like, all right, weird comment. And then someone's like, yeah, no, it was Buzz Aldrin. I was like, oh, god damn it.
He went to the moon.
No, let's be honest. Nobody gives a fuck about Buzz Aldrin. Everybody only cares about Neil Armstrong.
What about that third guy?
What the fuck, the third guy?
There was 3 guys that went. Like, no one talks about the third guy.
Well, no shit. If in a group of 3, the third guy's always going to be the last one. If 3 guys all have sex with a girl on the same night, just like a fucking orgy, nobody's going to give a fuck about the third guy. Like, you're not even getting sloppy seconds. You're getting sloppy thirds. Except instead of sex, it's the moon. And that's my analogy. It makes no goddamn sense.
Where is the save point? I don't know. Where is the save point?
Probably after you kill the Cyclops.
I want the Cyclops to die. That's just my opinion. Don't get offended. I want the Cyclops to die. Ow. Skylar, what's your favorite Michael Jackson moment?
The Pepsi commercial where he set his hair on fire.
Is that true? Is that real?
No. What, that he did that?
Yeah.
Did you not know he did that?
No. Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he set his hair on fire during a Pepsi commercial.
Like on purpose, or?
No, accidentally. The pyrotechnics went off and he set his head on fire.
How's he doing? Did he survive it?
Wait, hang on.
You're ignorant. You're stupid.
I'll be right back.
You do the poo poo. Guys, I don't know how to tell this exactly, but I've always been a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I've always liked his antics. I love the way he manhandles his child, Blanket, and that is his name. I wish this giant, ugly, fat man would stop picking me up and throwing me on the ground. It's very rude.
Sorry about that. There was the rats were being kind of weird.
One of these days, I was like almost hoping you to say like, sorry about that. There was an attacker.
Did I not tell you? Oh yeah, you already heard about the
no, I heard
shooting.
the story. You had a bit of a situation a while ago.
And it was actually it was one that I thought was awesome. I was like, maybe I should see if Hayden wants to stream.
Oh gosh, could you imagine?
And she's like, yeah, somebody's shooting at my apartment.
Oh, yeah. For those of you that are curious, yeah, outside of Skylar's apartment, someone fired off a gun a couple of times. Had a big old situation going on. And Skylar, knowing exactly what to do because he lives in the murder capital of the United States, he immediately ducked under.
Yeah, I ducked up against the wall underneath the window where the shooting was at.
Keep that in mind, everybody. Don't immediately run for the door. Try to find a nice place to keep away from the window and any area where they can shoot inwards at you.
Basically.
Boosh. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Hooked on a fail. No, it's that one that was I want about beating it.
I hate everything.
What was that one called? Why can't I find a fucking save point? This is irritating me now. I'm with you. I used to be a Michael Jackson fan. You're looking well. A little less dead today. Hi, Asgore. Hey, you saw the episode. Oh, boy.
Wait, what?
I do a dub of Undertale, and I do the voice of Asgore in it. And
which is funny because I cosplayed Asgore.
Finally, the Asgore episode is out, and it got a lot of good response. And I've yet to actually watch the episode yet, but John was telling me, like, hey, man, have you seen the episode? And I'm like, no. And he's like, could you? I'm like, okay. And then I didn't watch it. Yep, it's me, Azrael, your long-lost son. Oh, wait! Azrael! I can't keep up with who's who anymore. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for supporting my streams, my son. My son! Thank you! My son, he followed through for me. My dead son! I love my dead son! The Undertale dub has been really good. I say this because I was also doing all the art for it, on top of doing Asgore. So that was fun. Yes, I know all the puzzles to God of War. Why do you ask?
Have you still not found a fucking save point?
It's amazing. Like, they're hiding it from me. They know that I'm super duper tired.
Oh, same.
I'm getting there, though. I just solved, like, the big puzzle. I think I really need to hit the sack. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Grad. Alright, talk to you tomorrow, Amber. I'm gonna check out that building that you built. I know you said there's no non-cool kids allowed. So I'm gonna hit you up on it. I'm gonna see what your progress is. Ah! Save spot, finally.
Under 12 fucking years.
Oh my gosh, there it is. Bam! Bam! Okay, oh my gosh.
Now I can go to bed and sleep.
Ooh, thank you guys for watching the stream.
I'm gonna lay down in bed with my one true love, this fucking 20-pound goddamn board game box. Oh dear. Yeah, during this entire stream I've been organizing it. I only just finished.
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna finish this Rubik's
It was like
Cube.
10. It was like 10 pounds of cardboard punch boards.
Wow. I'm gonna finish this Rubik's Cube right fucking now. This is actually true. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. You guys are super cool. I love you. I respect you.
I respect none of you.
I care about you all. I hope that
That's a
you
lie.
succeed in life.
He's
And
incapable of love.
I will.
Don't trust him.
And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. No, I just gotta wait.
That should
the
dirty
audio to
fuck.
catch up.
69 assholes died. Hooray. Lizard shit. Fuck.